Okay, so welcome to session number 29. So just wondering where that beep came through. Yep, so session number 29 of our Shadowrun storyline, where characters have just gained themselves a bit of a home to lease for a while, with some friends in As Technology, just in time for them to have a run against As Technology. I'm sure there'll be no conflict of interest in there whatsoever.
And fortunately, we can be confident that As Technology's left the place entirely clean, so they're not watching us in any way, shape or form.
Yes, why would they bother watching you?
At least certainly not in real time. They might come back and look at the tape 10 years later.
That is true. And so we've got a few different style maps out there to trial and see if that might work with the storyline for today. So, online today we have Jeremy.
Good evening all. I'm playing Desmond Deadshot, the elf street scum who's grows up, is wanting to be a member of the Ancients, is his goal. But has recently found out that, yes, whilst he might have thought himself a street scum when he was growing up, because he thought he had nothing, but everything he had was what he'd earned, and had a good eye for weapons, he discovered. But apparently he might also have some family out there that he never knew about that he's got to try and track down. Maybe there's more to this rich elf business than he understood.
And I'm sure there are not many bullets with his real name on it anywhere whatsoever.
None at all.
No reason why he was hidden away and lost to the family for so many years. Also online we have Martin.
Yes, I'm playing Rakesh, the Dwarven Sri Lankan smuggler. So I'm sort of making Seattle my home, and just trying to make my way in the Shadowrunning world.
I am sure you'll do great. What's the worst case? You end up going, well, that was a great time to drop a grenade. Unfortunately, it bounced. And then at the table today we have Ari.
Give me just a sec. Sorry, I just wanted to
Sit down
and just catch my breath.
All good.
Sorry. The running back and forth of, what are they called? Cinnamon scrolls. I felt was essential to the running of the game. So I'm playing Shadowstar, an awakened elf. Hopefully we'll be advancing some of my magic implements this session. I consider myself a kind of Robin Hood of the Shadowrunning world. I'm just not very good at it. So far I've managed to rob a few people, get myself fired, rob a few more people, make a little bit more money. Haven't quite gotten to giving it to the poor just yet.
Well, you are poor.
Kind of taking care of myself.
Well, now you've got a building to actually give people accommodation to and charge them.
Well, it's Desmond's building. He's the one who put the DNA down for it.
It's in Desmond's name, yes.
Yes.
But what you haven't heard, Deadshot's obviously Desmond's moniker, but his real surname is Paul.
His real surname is Porn.
Poor.
Oh, Paul.
So, you steal from the rich and give to the poor?
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
Oh, I see, yep. Don't worry, I won't be robbing from Desmond anytime soon.
No, I was talking about robbing from here. You can give to the poor.
Oh, you can
Desmond
give it
Paul.
to him. Oh, I see, yep. Sorry, I'm slow on the uptake today.
It's all good.
I was going to say, if your name is Paul, will the ancients also give to you once you qualify? Or will they technically just take from you?
I don't think they have the same credo.
No.
And whilst Jason might tell you that his name is Paul, that doesn't necessarily make it the truth.
I do believe last game I found out Desmond's actual name.
Well, Desmond found out his real name.
Yeah. Yep.
It may not actually be your real name. That may just be what the orphanage called you.
That's right, yes, that was the name that was provided at the time. So.
And if they were hiding you from someone, giving you a completely different name to what you were born with, would definitely help hide you. Because now you've got birth certificates that lead back to the orphanage. And I'm sure somewhere along the lines that hasn't burnt down.
That's right, if it hasn't, I'm sure it's about to.
Last time we had it, characters had just managed to strike a deal with the Yakuza to drop their 10k for your head.
AKA extort.
And then they made a deal with As Technology that they would leave the Barrens and allow you to occupy their building free of rent. I'm sure there was no extorting there whatsoever either.
There was an counter offer there. I feel it was more like negotiate.
Well, you're not claiming there was negotiations involved. I think the end result was already a done deal.
But you had managed to get yourself a place you can now set up and call home.
Indeed.
And
with a decent sized garage that Desmond can definitely work in. With his the penthouse suite at the top and the underground garage at the bottom.
well, it's a 30-story building in the Barrens, which means it stands above most of the Barrens.
Wow.
Barrens would be lucky to have most buildings get to 10-story. So the fact you've got a 30-story building there is... but basically like that single big building that used to be in Woden before they started building the other skyscrapers.
Tower.
The Lovett Tower.
What was that, Martin?
The Lovett Tower, I used to work in there.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was a great reference.
And a nice helipad on top for Vel to come visiting.
Yes. Who's Vel?
Val is the rigger that had the Cleopatra trip in her for a period of time.
Okay.
We managed to rescue from the party, from the party being held by the media mogul before she got herself in too deep.
I'm guessing
took
this
her
is
out
the
of
run
the
I
tips
wasn't
and
on. Yep.
Gave her back her old life.
Nice.
And so she wasn't in control of herself while she had the chip
Yeah.
in there and has no memory of what happened during that time.
Oh, well, this is good. See, we do good things.
Which means when you came across the Jack the Ripper persona, you understood that that person didn't actually know what they were doing, and
Technically, he escaped himself though, so not that we weren't going to let him go. I was just more going to give him some medical attention and see if we could help him figure out where he belonged again.
well, when someone wakes up after a blackout, they'll go, "Is that cyberpsychosis?"
Alrighty.
Jason was happy to give him the freedom of a 7mm high velocity round from a sniper rifle.
Some people might call that freedom. Other people might call that oblivion. Other people might call that death.
Or a hole in their head. There's a hole in your mind. Using a Babylon 5 reference.
Mm-hmm.
They've even got parking on this map. That's kind of cute.
They do.
So we know when we're parking.
Just that amusingly, for that entire area, there's only a little bit of parking.
Mm.
A lot of walking involved.
Alrighty.
Sounds typical cityscape. Although, presumably there might be a lot of undercover parking potentially. Like down in basement levels.
The original map did not have any setup for that sort of thing. I added it to the one I had because I thought that in a lot of cases we have underground parking now.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have parking near stuff, you're less likely to have people show up and shop.
I think my car would prefer to be parked undercover.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so picking up from when we left off, 3 weeks has passed. I'm not sure if I gave any of you any XP since that point. I'm just going to quickly look that up.
What session are we on?
You're on session 29. Let's just go
And 3
with...
weeks has gone by.
Yep. Okay, so considering I was giving you roughly 5 XP per session, when's the last time I gave you XP?
Me, I'm not sure. My records are unfortunately very hit and miss depending on how capable I've been of writing.
So, on my character sheet I've got a total of 220, but I don't know how old that is.
Okay, that should be fairly easy to work out. So 24. So each of you should have 25 more XP. Well, technically 20 more XP because you're on. You don't get this XP for today.
Not today, yeah.
So you said there's 20.
20 more, yes.
Yep.
On top of what was already on there, so Deidre's got those on there.
All
We
the
had
magic!
20 unspent at that time, so...
Where does that put Rakesh?
Okay. They should put Rakesh in fairly decent. I think he has already spent some XP that he had there. Rakesh had bought of his. I think we're getting a bit of feedback from your mic there, Martin. Okay, so what we have here. There's Rakesh. And we have. Okay, so Rakesh should have 35 XP to spend. Because he spent 15 of what he had remaining previously.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at Shadow Star.
How much would magic
How much would what?
cost?
If you want magic, you've got to buy specializations.
Yeah, if you don't buy magic directly, you buy a new specialisation, so...
What's the coffee taste like? Should be spot on, but...
I think that's how you got some of the stuff on last time.
It's not
which
bitter,
gave
it's
you
not
this more-
burnt.
Yeah, it should be. Was it poured?
So I've got Augment, Primal Attack Fury, Extra Augmentation, Primal Attack Fire, Blast, Elementalist, Range and Sustain.
So the
Wow, no one wants to mess with you.
So the specialization you have is Primalist and Druidic. Or Druidic actually is your specialization.
Yeah.
You've got a second one now, hasn't he? If you bought a second one for get that magic up.
That's what I was trying to find in my notes. So I've got him buying Primal 3.
So I've got 8 all specializations by the look of it.
You might have 8 talents.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So your talents for your one are 1 with Nature, Shapeshifter, Sustain, Swift, Animal Communication, Improve Shapeshifter, Second Wind and Sustain for the first 2 levels of Druidic. I think you were buying Elementalist as another specialization.
That was it. That was something that Martin mentioned when he was reading his list before.
Yeah.
And Elementalist has a bunch of stuff in it that you don't get until you buy it as well. So I'm just going to make sure you have the second specialization. Yes, because my notes are somewhat lacking when I look at it going, I thought we did some of this.
I think I gave up last time.
Well, I certainly know we did work out some of the stuff before, like at the start of the session. I don't know whether it was recorded, whether it was done before we started recording.
That's why adding it into the recording means at least we can look back at it and go, we actually did this. Okay. So at the moment I have 8 magic traditions. I intend to extend that out so you've got different things to choose from. But the Elementalist meant that you had access to some other stuff and you increased your magic rating by 1. So you should have a magic rating of 2 now.
Okay.
And because of how few traditions I actually have down, that was why I was hoping to spend some time and expand it, but I haven't been well the last fortnight.
No worries.
There's always so many things that need to get done and so few things that do get completed.
I'm happy to just put it off until next fortnight.
Yep, and then you can probably have a lot more stuff at hand.
Okay.
And Jeremy, did you want to add some stuff to Desrin while I'm here?
I will take fine-tuning talent, which is his third mechanic tier 1.
Yep.
And that's 10 points, isn't it?
That's 5 points if it's a tier 1.
Right. It's only 5. We might go the tier 2 quick strike from Smuggler.
From Smuggler. Yeah, definitely have to add more of those in there.
Smugglers?
No, more of the links I was trying to put in. Because you sort of notice that things aren't always going as well as they need to. So quick strike. So that was 10 XP for the tier 2.
Yep, so 15 and time being.
Oh, good.
So,
And that would leave you with some left over, and I'll try to help Ariadna with hers between games as well, unless she wants to sit down and do some of it quickly now.
yeah, to make some changes now. No reason why she couldn't.
I'm happy to do a few things. I'm just slicing up a piece of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take me literally a few more seconds.
Okay, just gonna quickly grab a book. Oh, you go past.
No, I'm going to sit down.
Just trying to get to here.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know which one of these it's going to be in, so I just don't want to get up and down too much. Ow.
You okay?
Not really, just crushed my thumb.
You don't need that thumb.
No, or the nail.
No, why would you need that? Sure you don't want me to help you?
There's a shadow's in one of these.
Kept your thumb this time?
Yep. As long as I don't kill my cameras at the same time. I am very good at doing that. Okay, hopefully Shadow's in this one. To be honest, I should have checked to see which one it was in.
I can always grab you another book.
Page 97.
I just basically want to start increasing my magic up from... I'm still a novice.
Okay, so things your character can take is can take the sleight of mind magic ability. That means that when you make stealth checks, opponents are harder to actually detect you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's more the living, not the technology.
I gather if I want to improve technology, I would buy stuff to help me with that.
Well, there's also the indistinguishable, which upgrades the checks of people to identify you.
If I've got ID and things like that, do I need that?
Well, it's so you know how police have the auto detect for number plates. It's sort of like that sort of thing.
Okay.
It's not about whether or not you can identify who you are. It's about whether that or not they automatically identify who you are.
That sounds incredibly helpful. Should I be getting other things though, or is this what you're recommending?
This is part of the shadow side of things,
Mm-hmm.
and you already gave yourself some magic stuff.
Okay.
Let's see if I've got that
I like
on there
that,
as well.
If that's in line with what I've already started doing.
I'm just trying to find where I put characters.
I figure if I'm harder to find, then I'm harder to shoot.
I believe you had bought yourself some magic as well.
I did. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, you had got attack, barrier, conjure, mask, and predict as the spells, and you had your arcana up to 2.
So I was mostly wondering if I've got enough yet to get my arcana up to 3. If not, I'm just happy to keep.
Well, you could put
building.
your arcana up to 3,
Yep.
and leave the remaining points.
Yep. That's what I'd like. That's what I was hoping to do. I just didn't know I've had enough to do it.
Yep, 15 XP to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So more than enough. So string is your magic.
So am I still a novice at 3?
Well, you have a magic rating of 1,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
but
My number's in the wrong spot then.
But you have 3 in arcana to be able to.
Oh, that's
3.
what goes over here.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's your dice pool is better.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nope, that's good.
Okay. So
I'm happy with that.
go, Jeremy.
I just got to ask a quick question on terminology in Genesis.
Yep.
The blue dice are called bonus, not boost dice.
Boost dice.
Excellent. Yeah.
So anywhere where I say boost, I generally put blue in brackets after it.
Yeah, and the problem was I was just trying to put notes in my character sheet for the quick strike and looked at Genesis rules and it said add a blue dice, and I was thinking that doesn't work for my written stuff though, so I'm trying to remember what that is. Thank you.
Well, it makes it easier overall if I use color and terminology.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so you have gone for a few weeks. Desrin's been given the a challenge.
Are we taking a trip down to Portland, boss?
He hasn't had a chance to make it down to Portland yet.
I don't even have Portland because we've had too much, because we're mostly laying low and working out what we've got available to us and things like that.
You also had to wait until the word filtered out from the Yakuza that they were no longer hunting you. Because that's not an instant thing. People don't always check in every day to say, has this bounty been lifted?
Yeah, and if they shoot you and then find out it's been lifted, it's mea culpa. Oh well.
It's like, I shot the person for free. Damn it.
Damn it. Oh well, no harm, no foul. The target doesn't count.
I don't know, you might get some cred for it. Street cred. Not real cred.
Okay, so we do have Desrin has been contacted by the Ancients as a follow-up to him completing his run for them.
Yep.
And they have set him a challenge.
That challenge being?
Well, it's in an envelope waiting for him at a drop point.
It's self-destructing 60 seconds or 60 minutes, and it's a place that will normally take 2 hours to reach.
Yeah. Because why wouldn't you?
Well, if it was easy, everyone would do it.
So
Not everyone's
are
supposed to
the
be an
Ancients a
ancient.
motorcycle?
The Ancients are a motorcycle gang.
Yeah.
And they're...
Not gang, club. They're clubs. They also use them. It's more fitting.
Well, they are known for their swords instead of their clubs. Which can be quite, pointed.
They just like making their point. Alright. Are we all going with you to this spot, or are you going on your own?
Well, there's probably no reason Declan would encourage others if he'd been asked to go and collect the package from the Ancients.
That's fine, yep.
Yes, he will certainly put down the tools that he's been tinkering on the van with, and
After replacing the door.
So down tools, lift up your kickstand.
And you expect that the test is another run for the Ancients.
It's always a run, isn't it?
Most of the time.
Well, that's what the first one was anyway.
It was.
Hey, it was profitable. So, and yeah, he'll jump on the bike and head out to that location.
Okay, heading down to the location, you find yourself at a jewelry shop in a mall with a little card left on a counter for you with your name on it.
Okay. Is there a attendant at this jewelry shop that's given me the card, or?
No, it's just been left on the counter. The attendant is ignoring you completely.
Oh, okay, right. So there is someone there, but he presumably recognised me as I came in and pointedly looked the other way after having pointedly looked at a card on the desk or something.
Well, the card does have the ancient A symbol in green on top of it, so not many people would want to pick that up. Because it does have your name next to that.
I will unobtrusively go up to the counter and swipe the card and then move off to the side where I can have a bit of a look at what it might say.
Okay, opening the card, it says you have 1 hour to organize a group to hold up the next door and take the cash register, no cash. But basically, you're basically doing a hold up of the next door, which you're expecting to just be the item that they've requested, which is an ancient cash register.
Yeah.
Which is, considering it is a what looks to you like a junk store, because most of the stuff there is 20th century or older.
I was going to say, so the next door, the shop next door is effectively an antique shop?
It is effectively an antique store.
And the cash register they want stolen is not the one that's actually in use, because obviously not going to use cash anyway.
Well,
Is it an item that's for sale?
well, you've actually had to look at the picture to figure out that that's what a cash register means, because you're used to just the equivalent of swipe and go.
Exactly.
Do they even swipe here? Or are they like everybody with their watches and they're just...
That's the equivalent of swipe and go.
Yeah.
Because you've actually got to authorize it on your end, otherwise just walking down the street will bankrupt you.
But is the item that they want stolen actually being used by the store at the time, or is it part of their merchandise?
It's part of their display in the window.
Right.
What do you need a group for? Just smash the window, take the register, chuck it in the back of your bike?
Well, that comes to the next question.
And then
am I right now? And what time of day?
it's about midday, and part 2 of it is you need to at least have the cops chase you 3 blocks,
So you have to be chased as well.
and then get away from the cops.
So you smash the window, grab the register, wait for the sirens, go, chase me! And then run down the street? No?
Well, the cops are likely to use firearms on the street.
And that's where you turn around and you scold them. I said chase, not shoot.
It's like, bang, bang, hold, it's the police.
So he has to be pursued.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
Obviously, part of the test is going to be how well he can actually ride his bike to get out of the away from a chase. So,
And it has to be as a group though, not just Desron on his own.
no, they haven't specified numbers.
Oh, okay.
They've just basically said he's got to do that and then get away from the police. The note actually said that he can't use other people to assist with it.
Well,
exactly.
yeah. Because a part of that could be resourcefulness.
And intelligence, because basically a dumb criminal is not something they want to have join their ranks.
Oh no, dumb criminals are useful.
Not for them.
Mm.
Their rep entirely sits on not getting caught.
Alright, this sounds like it'll be a bit of fun.
And yes, whilst Desmond is certainly confident that he could smash the window, grab the item, get on his bike, and if he needs to, wait for the cops to catch through to get on the scene and then speed off and not get caught. He also doesn't necessarily want to be actually recognised in doing this. So, because that'll make it a bit easier. You might get away for 3 blocks, then the cops will come knock on the door later.
It does specify it has to be stolen. He has to, it says he had to hold up the store.
Or he has to hold up the store.
And looking at the window, you realise that you'd probably need something rather significant to cut through it, because it's not what you'd consider breakable glass unless you've got expensive gear. It's basically windows around places like this have armor, the equivalent of armoured windows.
Yeah. And so this is... so what part of town are we in at the moment?
You are in one of the satellite cities of the Seattle Metroplex.
Okay, yeah. And we're in sort of the strip mall type shopping area rather than a shopping mall type, like a shopping centre. Is that right?
Yeah, you're in a strip mall sort of thing. It's basically fairly open. You could technically get your bike all the way in here if you tried.
No, that's right. It's more just the fact that it's not a case of being in the middle of a wall and then having to try and get several hundred metres and 17 levels of shopping precinct to get down to the street to actually get to the bike.
But to make things easier on you, the police are only 1 block away.
Oh, good.
As the local precinct, as they picked a place fairly close by to test how good you really are.
Indeed. And so the shop appears to be a bit of an antique store type effect. Does it have any customers in it right now?
It does not, but it does say favoured customer of Lone Star on the side.
Mm-hmm. And how many and what style of attendants are in the store? Are we talking one old guy sleeping on the thing behind the counter?
Well, it looks like that there is what appears to be a teenager behind the desk, and it does have security cameras.
Okay. And so we've got an hour to do this. And how long did it take you to get here from our place in the Barrens?
About 20 minutes.
Right. So I have got time to call in assistance. That sort of thing. So the intent being, okay, when I looked at that, I basically aimed to take go to a place across the street type stuff, and hey, if there was a cafe or a pub or something across the street, then I'd basically go for sitting inside there and getting that idea of, oh, yep, well, there's no customers, one teenager, things like that.
Well, okay, so you say the clothing store is the antique store in this case.
Yep. Okay. If there's not actually a place where you can just sit across the street or across the aisle type stuff, then I will just basically be loitering, leaning against the wall of the shop across the aisle or whatever type stuff.
So you do have a takeaway just down the street. You have an ice creamery, which I'm sure you can convince one of your fellows to arrive at. If they
or look behind and go, oh, they're already there.
Is this where we spend a fate thingy or whatever it is, and just happen to have followed you and just happen to be hanging out at the ice creamery because we want to see what you're up to because we're bored and nosy?
Well, no, because you left to get ice cream. You didn't tell me because you know I was interested, and also when you might have told me, but I didn't pay attention when I had my hands under the truck doing some fixing. Okay, well,
I think Martin's spending one of those so that we're there. He's just flipped something over.
Two of you are currently relaxing in either the restaurant or the ice creamery, whichever one you prefer.
Hands up, I need ice cream.
Okay, well.
Coffee flavour for me.
So in that case, then it's Dexter just send you a quick message to Shadowstar and Cash and saying, hey, you guys up to anything at the moment? Do you feel like a quick tour?
I will wander
and
down
and it's a bit of a surprise when a phone nearby dings at the same time to hit send.
And I don't look guilty at all when I turn around and you see me with my ice cream. It's a triple scoop. And if I have to use magic to make all 3 scoops stay on top and not one of them fall off, I'm going to do it.
It's a special coffee blend.
I need to stay awakened.
Now, has demonstrated any magic skills that would allow good disguise techniques so far?
I bought some
As
of
a
the
player, I
stuff
can't
and
remember, and
stuff.
as a character, it's the sort of thing that...
So as Martin mentioned when he was looking at my stuff, I'd what were the things that you said that I'd had? One of them was disguise. Sorry, my memory's so poor.
And shape-shifting type stuff, but I don't know exactly what the entail, but yes.
Not really.
Okay.
So Shadowstar picked up the mask spell, which is like an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is that it can do various things from changing your appearance to many other stuff.
We also have a disguise kit.
Yeah, you probably don't necessarily have that on you right now.
Oh no, I told Martin I make a point of having that thing with me everywhere because he's always like, "Did you bring it with you?" And I'm like,
Okay.
I'm keeping this in my. If it's a fanny pack, if it's a backpack, whatever it is, I keep it with me.
All good then? That's fine. Does the mask spell in Genesys apply to cameras as well as people, or does it have separate mask and physical mask?
It does apply to both.
That's a part of both, yeah.
I don't know if it'll be useful in this job, but I also have things like Martin lets me carry the small stuff like the slap patches, the smart specs, that kind of stuff.
That sort of stuff, fine. I find out just looking. I'm figuring that a lot of Desmond's standard infiltration gear he hasn't brought with him.
Yeah. So just so you know, the mask spell is a easy spell to get off, but there's got to be concentration is needed to keep it running. So that's one purple.
Mm-hmm.
And when Shadowstar gains the realism ability, every 2 advantages she gets can increase the difficulty for people to see through it.
But I don't have that yet.
You don't have that yet.
Yeah, something I want to work towards.
So it's an average vigilance check to see through the illusion.
And I'm assuming that the spell, being concentration, effectively, it's got to be maintained in visual sight or something type stuff?
No. As long as it's held, it's working.
Okay, so potentially, okay, so basically, so Desmond will come and sit down on the table with you guys saying, you guys have gone out. So, hey, convenient you're here. I just got a call that the ancients want me to try and grab something from that store over there. Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Sorry?
Sounds like fun.
Well, it sounds like a bit of fun, but I don't necessarily like. Part of it is the idea that they deliberately want me to almost get caught. That's not quite. And so I was wondering if you guys are willing to help provide a bit of cover / distraction doing the actual job, and then so I can lead the star on a nice merry chase off through the streets away from this area.
It does sound like something that could be good to do.
So if you 3 you need to consume 3 blocks, and then we divert them somewhere. Is that right?
Well, the chase has got to go. Like I said, the chase has got to go on for a while, like at least a few blocks, before he loses them. And certainly, Desmond is talking as if he said, that's the fait accompli. That's like I say. Once he's on his bike, he's home free. It doesn't matter how close they are.
Yeah. I'm more than happy to help. Do I have my car?
I assume you came in with your car.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So I'm happy to, if we need to, provide obstruction with car, and happy to help you. What are we lifting, by the way?
Can we see the actual shop window of the antiques from here?
You can. It looks like one of those really old, almost clockwork-like register.
Is that going to fit on your bike?
Well, that's what I just about to ask the idea of how it would go for trying to ride with it.
Yep.
Well, and I guess
You're going to have to strap it down somehow.
the first question is, would it fit in his backpack?
Probably not.
I think we're talking like one of these 1.5 foot tall, 1.5 foot wide, heavy, and a ton of bricks. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, but if the answer was yes, that's bonus.
No, it's worth asking the question. So would it be, would you be breaking the rules if you tossed the thing in the back of my car, like in a boot?
Okay. The task involved stealing the cash register and then getting away after being chased by the cops.
Well, you see, we could have Rakesh in my car. You can get the cash register, chuck it in my boot, pretend like you've got something else and attract the attention of the cops, lead them on a merry chase, and I can sit here at the ice creamery and disguise you while you do it. And the car will take care of Rakesh and the cash register.
I'm glad we're thinking along similar lines.
And Rakesh can cast any spells he needs from the car if he needs to.
Mostly combat related, but
You're on the spot if needed, but out of line of fire.
I need to be in sight.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You're on the spot, but because you're in the car, you're not obviously a robber.
Yes.
And you're not necessarily part of the getaway vehicle because you're going to be clearly getting away on a motorcycle. So,
Okay.
Okay, so in that case then, if there's options for changing Desmond's appearance, then it saves him, it makes it less likely he can be chased back down on camera afterwards.
Luckily, Flogger's not here because he has ways of changing appearances.
But by all means, I'm happy to use my spell to mask your appearance.
If you can then maintain, even if I've disappeared off down the block, I mean, presumably, once he gets his helmet on and things like that, obviously the physical face appearance doesn't matter too much.
Yep. Once you're starting to get away on your bike, I presume you won't be needing it as much.
No.
And I can always jump in our car and we can run interference if needed, but I take it you're pretty sure that part won't be necessary.
As a character, he has absolute confidence.
Yeah.
As a player, he's all going to go wrong.
Yeah. Well, considering I only have an hour to do this, let's do this.
Yeah, so. We'll aim to possibly duck off towards the restrooms of the ice creamery.
Yep.
And then he can come back with a different face on.
Face? Yep. Do I need to roll to cast a spell? Or?
You do need to roll to cast the spell.
Yep.
For you, that is to...
What do you need to know?
Actually going to open it up. Sorry.
I can tell you I have an Arcana of 3.
You have an Arcana of 3 with an intellect of 4.
4, yep.
So that means it is... I went to move all the dice over here.
Oh.
Lucky me. Which makes it hard to actually pick them up and roll
You
them.
can finish that coffee because I can take the cup if you like. Here we go.
That would be the dice roll to actually get the spell up.
Yep. Fingers crossed. Hope they don't hate me.
That
Do
would be-
I roll this one myself? Or?
You can roll that one yourself. You do take 2 strain for casting the spell once the spell is cast.
Where's
which you
my
can't-
strain on here? Oh, there it is. 12. Yep. I'm pretty sure after 3 weeks I'd be at full.
You'd be at full, yes.
You've got no damage, no strain.
One of them's blank. I don't think that's good. I don't know what all the rest mean.
Okay, so these two,
Well, blank isn't bad, at least.
that cancels them out. And so casting the spell, you don't end up actually getting the spell off.
What about that 2 strain? Won't help me?
No, because that
Damn.
can't be used to fix the strain.
Do I get a
But-
second attempt? Or is it one and done?
It's not one and done.
Not when we've got time to work with. You might be able to use the advantages and your advantage you roll on your next attempt at the spell.
Yeah.
Although,
Though,
that could possibly happen.
amusingly, you can spend 3 of those to learn the true goal of Desrin, or his desires and fears.
What? Find out that his surname is not Poor.
Things like that, yes.
At this stage, because I like Desrin, and I'm fairly sure I have a good idea of what his true desires is, which is to become a member of the Ancients, I will save my advantages to help him complete his task.
So technically, you can give yourself 2 blue on your next check.
Yep.
And
It's really tempting to do the other one, though.
If me as a player, I would.
in which case,
Playing Desmond, I certainly would.
there's your dice roll to roll again.
Alright. Are we sure we want me to try this again?
Yep.
It's all going to come up. Funny buggers. I never understand what any of this. Well, they don't. None of they look good.
So these 2 cancel each other out. The rest of those are positive.
Are they?
So that is
They're
5
kind
successes.
Of look the same. Okay.
The
really?
stars are successes,
Okay.
and the wreath symbol is advantages. So 5 successes and 5 advantages is
Oh,
not
wow.
a bad roll.
Yep.
That's quite a.
So not only do I cast the spell, but I know all your deepest, darkest desires and fears.
You can do that at the same time.
Yep.
Well, look, we're in the moon.
And still remove 2 strain that you took from the previous spell.
Yes. Yep.
So we have a Josh and an M joining us. Would Josh like to introduce himself?
Hi, I'm John. I play Flogger. Flogger big burly troll. Flogger do all the floggings.
And Flogger's in a nice
Trying to play
creamery.
cards with doors.
You're currently at an ice creamery. What flavour do you have?
All the flavours.
Door flavor.
Door flavour.
All the flavors.
You know what? I'm going to learn how to make door-shaped biscuits so that Flogger can eat his ice cream with door spoons.
Isn't that what the maxi bonds are? Just like doors squished around.
Yeah, yeah. But you're not supposed to say that. Now I want ice cream.
And then we have M.
Hello. I played Bolt. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm probably just running around like a mad person like I usually do.
You're about to play fetch.
I'm about to play Fetch. Oh, awesome. And then that sums up my character.
I was going to
In a
say,
nutshell.
Bolt's
I
going to
get
go
to
in
play
and grab
fetch.
the register and just run.
So you've had. So Jeremy, would you like to tell the other 2 players who've just caught up what they've just gotten themselves into?
Okay, well, Desmond got a message from the Ancients that he rushed off immediately to try and do their bidding. It turned out the meat site where I'd been told to get to was a jewellery store that was next door to an antique store. And on the jewellery, on the counter at the jewellery store, completely unobtrusively in big green card with the ancient symbol on it with my name beside it, was an envelope that gave me a task to steal a old, the 20th century style cash register from the antique shop next door within the next hour. And but had to steal it, couldn't buy it, and had to ensure that the cops got called and responded, and that then they would maintain pursuit of Jason for at least 3 blocks before Jason actually got away. So whilst he'd left our base in the base operations in Redmond without telling anyone that he got this message and that he was going through, because he picked it up while he was down in the garage tinkering on his van, he was just making a call to the others to see, hey, if they'd be willing to provide some support to this operation, and found that in fact they'd actually all gone out for ice cream. They might have told Jason, but he didn't pay attention, or otherwise, or they might not have, and happened to be seated in an ice creamery across the way from the antique store. So he was just talking to Rakesh and Shadowstar about the idea of, oh well, yep, so if we can make some way of disguising his appearance, so therefore he's not actually visibly, like I said, it's not a camera record of the fact that he'd gone in there and done it. Then he'd go in there, hold up the teenager that was currently in the shop by himself, and then grab the register, scoot out of there, likely pile it off to Rakesh in Shadowstar's car after getting on the block away, whatever. And then, obviously, being slow enough to allow the police to respond. And then, just as I think they're about to catch him, he'll speed off and leave him in the dust. Because, hey, once he's on his bike, no one can catch him, obviously. Yeah. Presumably, Flogger and Bolt were also sitting at the table and might have heard this conversation. How much involvement they decided to have in it is a question, because they were eating ice cream at the time. But potentially, if they're interested, it would be advantageous to have distraction capability, as long as it's not too much of a distraction that actually stops the Lone Star chasing or changes the Lone Star's focus from Devon onto you guys.
I mean, Bolt's not good at running a distraction. He's good at those.
I'm sure if you chase down the moving car, nothing can go wrong there.
The classic problem with the bionic dog. Chase cars. Get catching them.
Well, as long as it's not the Odie version of constantly chasing a parked car. I did have a Great Dane that chased a parked car and lost.
So yeah, are you guys interested in some fun?
Well, I mean, if you mention fetch and running the Bolt, he's pretty much it.
Flogger's always down to hit something.
Well, you can tell Flogger that it's a smash and grab. I'm sure he'd be up for that.
Well, and that could be part of the process this year. Jason will tell him, yeah. When we go in, okay, it's the cash register in the window there, so you just smash through the window and grab it, and that might keep him occupied long enough for Jason to go into the shop, grab the thing. Because Jason's already noted that in fact it's not just a glass panel on the front of the shop, it is actually
Armoured glass.
ballistic armoured structural glass. So it might take Flogger 2, maybe even 3 blows to try and get through.
Depends on if Flugger pulls out the powered chainsaw and goes to town on it.
Well, that's the other aspect of this one is, of course, you're only equipped with what you would have to go down to collect ice cream, or to go and visit the ice creamery. So you haven't necessarily got all of your normal running gear, and probably nothing in the big weapons like sledgehammers or chainsaws.
I have my teeth. I always have my teeth.
As Shadowstar mentioned, she's certainly always got a lot of her disguise kit and things like that.
Well, you never know. Bolt may take her teeth out, his teeth out for the night. I'm only going down to the shops to get ice cream. I don't need my teeth.
I'm pretty sure, and I hope they're not removable.
Well, anything's removable with enough force.
You haven't got a set of dentures? You can swap out for steel teeth occasionally?
Just tell Flogger you'd like some teeth removed and see how strong they are.
Challenge accepted.
Is that why we tell Flogger that some of the teeth are called door teeth?
Ooh. How many doors can I get out of mouths?
For some, technically I think it's 52. No, 32. 32 I think is the amount of teeth most people have.
So then Shadowstar and Declan had just gone in the back to actually put on a disguise for Declan, so he was getting a magic spell to disguise his appearance. He'll also turn his jacket inside out to make it actually more easy for the police to follow him on the idea of someone wearing their jacket inside out, at least initially.
And so, what disguise does Shadowstar give Desrin to make Desrin look different? Do you make him look like the Joker?
I think I might go for more of a Riddler look.
Well, Riddler does use a lot of greens.
Well, that's what I mean.
Right, so, but Declan specifically turned his jacket inside out, so he hasn't got the green side out now.
Well, the benefit is that means when the illusion drops, you won't look like you currently appear as.
Oh, so the illusion is going to cover his clothing as well as his body as well as his display?
It's a full body illusion.
Okay, well, obviously Declan's not necessarily recognising that.
I'm actually thinking of the Joker with the green hair
I don't
and
know,
pink
does
jacket.
Declan see the change when he gets the image on it?
Well, you're in a bathroom, so you can look in the window and see yourself.
So I'm going to go with pink hair, loud red clothing, and loud gold jewellery.
So the colour when you look in the mirror almost leaps out and strangles you.
Yeah, that's the
I was about to say that, hang on, you're supposed to make Declan look different.
No, should I make him look more businesslike and less threatening? Or?
Well, the idea is he's supposed to stand out and be different than what he looks like normally.
Okay, so...
And yes, pink hair is definitely a bit different to his normal bright white mohawk.
I'm going to go with business style punk chic.
Okay.
And hopefully human.
Yes, human. Tall human probably is.
In this one, elves and humans are about the same height.
I'll go for human. Just to when it comes off, it's definitely not him.
And presumably not with the obvious cyber targeting medical.
So it was basically showing they were in there.
Sorry, I didn't realise that was a part of you've already set up the map. Alrighty.
And so Ariadna can show that this is where you're going to be doing the steal. Down there is where the police are located.
Okay.
Okay. And Declan's got his bike somewhere convenient at the present time.
I put a blue little marker down here to say that's where the police station is. So if you can see the dice on the table at all.
I can see where you put it, but it's not getting a lot of the...
One of the cameras seems to have frozen again, so I'll see if I can fix that.
Is it this camera?
So the camera was working when you put the die, like on the map that had the die.
Well, one of them isn't. So.
Oh, the other one hasn't. Yeah, sorry.
So Rakesh, you're in my car, waiting conveniently on the corner near the shop.
Yeah, so I can see the
You can see the car spills. Yep.
facing Lone Star.
Yep.
Okay. So both cameras now working again, so that's good.
So which car on the map is representing our car?
That's your car there with the nice flamey look. And
We're
that's
at
the motorbike.
And we're at the ice cream shop where?
Over here.
We're over here?
All the way over there.
Okay. Will I be able to maintain line of sight for the disguise?
Ice cream shop.
Nice.
Well, all you have to do is maintain it.
Okay, cool.
You could be sitting in the ice cream shop the whole time without any involvement at all.
They're in the ice cream shop with you.
Okay, alright. So, Rakesh is in the car. Yep, okay, alright, I know where everyone is.
Yep. In the antique store, I don't suppose they've got any large bags or sacks or anything like that that would be big enough to hold the cash register?
They do have one. It's got this weird symbol on the side of it. It looks like an S with two lines going vertically through it. You have no idea what the symbol means?
Yes, right. Are you going to take Bolt and Floggerine to cause general disruption in the store?
Well...
Because you could tell Flogger that you needed some doors from there. And I reckon that would get the police called pretty quickly. And you could steal the register almost without them knowing.
But the point is that that might distract them a bit too much from Declan himself.
That's true.
And also it means that Bolt and Flogger are then definitely caught on camera causing problems.
That's true.
But potentially...
We could just tell them to chase the cars.
I think it'd be preferable that they're available for backup if necessary, but not necessarily part of initial distractions.
Fair enough.
So there's a nice big loot bag in the antique store, because the other one was going to ask, hey, Desmond might have a backpack, sorry, not Desmond, Flogger might have a backpack that'd be big enough to hold
it'd be troll sized, wouldn't it?
But hey, if there's a bag designed to hold the cash register, i.e., or rather at least hold cash, then it must be designed to hold the cash register. So that sounds like a good option.
They don't have bags of holding here, do they? Martin goes, yes, they do.
Of course they have bags of holding. All bags hold stuff. I'm sure they'll say that's the purpose of bags, for holding.
And based on the label on this bag, it's obviously designed for holding money.
Yep.
No, it's not the credit symbol you're used to. It's a S instead of a C.
Desmond doesn't recognise the symbol at all, but I appreciate the symbol.
Oh, man.
Picture in the old cartoons.
Got it moving out things, or is it all freezing up again?
It's frozen up again, so I'm just going to fix that one. Because, hey, all these things always work fantastically. Long shot at them all over there.
Yep. Alright, let's go.
So the blue dice is where you're going to steal stuff. The red dice is where you've got your people currently at the moment. And at this end you have your vehicle set up.
Yep.
And so are we ahead of the ones pursuers?
Well, so looking down the map to that way to where you can see a...
There's literally police station written here on this building.
Okay.
On the corner of Oak and First. And the jail is literally across the way from the police station.
So not far to take you if you mess up.
And unfortunately the IRS is just over here.
It's always handy having cameras I can move around and show you. So the zoom out of the thing is, there's the mall, and if you go down the street, there's the police
Midville.
station.
That's imaginative. Midville. I'm covering up the parking area.
Well,
And
hey,
the paint store.
it was from Car Wars after all.
Yeah, no, it's just being...
Okay, so tell me when you're ready and what you want to do.
Just for Declan and or if the other quite off the top of the head, I don't think I've got the appropriate skills for it. I'm guessing that as a scoundrel, he's probably got at least some knowledge understanding. Exactly how long it's likely to take. Well, assuming that the antique store has a silent alarm button or equivalent thereof. Basically, how long does Declan believe he's got to hang around the shop for to give the police enough time to be responding to arrive about the time he's jumping on his bike?
So there's probably a good chance that they will jump in their car within 1 or 2 rounds of the alarm being set. And considering they're down as a favoured client of Lone Star, Lone Star's likely to rush to their aid over the, say, ice creamery if the ice creamery was being robbed at the same time.
No one wants to rob the ice creamery. We want them to stay in business so we can keep getting ice cream.
But you said the antique store had a sign on it saying favoured Lone Star, didn't it?
Yeah.
It did.
Okay. Well. It's just tossing up whether it's it'd be nice to have Flogger out the front of the shop where he could be seen to be providing apparent backup, but not necessarily be there, but that still puts him in the danger of being recognised.
You could have them positioned halfway down the street just in case you need help with the gas register.
Yeah, that's fine. In that case then, hey. Declan's gonna have his pistol ready in the pocket.
Bolt runs.
Has he got a new face?
He does have a new face. It's not as pretty as you're used to looking in the mirror.
Yeah, that's alright. Maybe Shadowstar's idea of pretty.
I'm trying to make sure you don't look like you. So, you know, I'm going for a little bit ugly. It's the opposite.
So is that where he's got the twirly little mustache?
Sure. And a goatee beard. Also bright.
Is it also pink?
Also pink, apparently.
Yeah, pink. Sorry, pink.
Candy pink.
That'll work well for the intimidation check on the
Absolutely.
Maybe he'll mistake you for one of the candy killers.
I've given you
You
garish.
can give this pet factor just so your hair will look like this too.
I've given you garish gold jewellery, including gold boots though and gold sunnies. Wraparounds.
Oh, good. Nice and distinguishable. Good to see. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes down then.
I just had a thought.
What?
What if I made him look like Gerald Oswald? Harry would be on his tail.
Well, apparently he is Gerald Oswald.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Make him look like the photo I saw in the file. But I'm not going to do that.
Next time.
Yeah, I said it was a funny thought.
Okay, so yes.
Particularly considering the fact that the photo you saw on file would have been someone who was about 10 years old.
Yeah,
10-year-old walks into the store and holds them up.
but then that might end up with my detective on your heels, and I don't want to do that to my detective.
Okay then. Now, let's go in and give Andrew Andrew acne face and unfortunately not so bad day. If all goes well, it'll be quiet and we'll be out of there before he knows it.
Yeah, give him something to tell all his friends. I got robbed!
Okay, so as Desrin gets to the door, I'll give Desrin a perception roll.
Okay, I get, where are we? Cunning, a green and a yellow die.
Oh, he's after the purple.
Well, that's basically saying it's an easy difficulty to find. Okay, you feel really good about things.
Yeah.
Things are going your way. You get a blue dice on your next check.
Cool. Okay.
Yep, you don't notice the gun on the counter or the extra person in the shop.
It's a shocker. So well, you walk in there and start to go up to the counter, and does you see another customer in there as you get up there, or is it not going to be there at time?
Sure, I'll give you another look around while you're going in with that extra blue dice. Well, you get a triumph, but you don't succeed, but you feel really good about it.
Oh.
I hate those rolls.
So, looking around, you realise that the cash register is probably, cumbersome 3 or 4, meaning it's going to slow you down a little bit carrying it. And in the open drawer is what appears to be a little box with the ancient symbol stuffed in it.
In a box, like in the box in the cash register.
Yeah, in the open cash register's drawer is a little box with the ancient symbol on it.
So I'm guessing that's your triumph, which is this is the correct cash register to steal. It's just going to be heavy.
So
doing a double check for likelihood of the situation is that the intent then is definitely steal the cash register, not just the ancient logo.
You have a feeling that there's some sort of tracking beacon in the ancient thing.
Yeah,
because you expect that they're going to make it easy for the police to follow you for the time.
Or at least they want to be able to follow me to see exactly where I end up and how it's going. So
that too.
Okay. Well, then Desmond's going to go over to the display that has the loot bag.
Mm-hmm.
And,
there's also what appears to be a black face mask with 2 little eye holes in it and a striped black and white t-shirt.
So it's obviously part of something they're selling as a set.
As costume display. It is a fancy dress kit. Filling the bag up, it appears to be that thin vinyl plastic.
Oh, it's not going to hold the cash register.
It probably wouldn't even hold your gun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks impressive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I reach the cash register from inside the shop? Like when it's in the window?
You can.
I I will reach over and try and lift it up. And
You successfully lift it up, but it is heavy.
Has the attendant made any comment or anything like that as I've been coming into the shop?
No, but he does seem to be watching you.
Okay. Well, we will. Can I effectively carry the cash register under one arm somewhat?
You need both hands to carry it because you don't have the strength to lift it normally.
Okay.
So it is basically going to reduce your effectiveness while you're carrying it by adding 2 black dice to any physical activity.
You may want to text for a personal shopper assistant to come and help carry it with you. They've got a disguise kit they can put on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't all trolls look alike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only cast the mask spell on one person, can't I?
No, you can cast it on another, but
Okay.
once you cast it on another, you have risk of things going wrong.
Okay.
If you're sustaining a spell and cast another spell.
Okay. Do you communicate to us at all that you need a second person, Desrin?
He picks up the cash register, starts to turn around and move it off towards, like, as if he was going to take it up to the counter to purchase it. And instead he'll put it down and he'll send the message. It's like a thing. Hey. Might need some help to transport.
Does Flogger or Bolt want to go? And do they want to have a mask put on them? Would you like to play dress up and help Desrin?
No, but I'll happily play fetch.
Does it matter whether or not Bolt's recognisable?
It's up to Bolt.
It's up to Bolt.
Okay. Bolt is strong, you can see she's got a high ball.
Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't be answering for Emmy.
I was pretty certain it was, but I couldn't remember off the top of my head.
So Bolt rushes over and rushes in because you've been told to fetch.
Fetch?
So he'll say, Bolt will indicate, yep, grab the cash register, and as he's doing it, Bolt's gonna draw his pistol, visible for Mr. Attendant to be able to see, and saying, thanks for your business, we're out of here.
Okay, I will give Desrin a vigilance check as he does that. What is Desrin's vigilance?
Alright.
What is Desrin's vigilance?
He has 1 willpower with no skill.
Okay.
If he could use call from the initiative side of the house, then he fed off on the wall. He keeps setting up this encounter.
Okay, so amusingly, as you're looking over the attendant as you say this, you happen to actually see through the attendant's illusion.
Mm-hmm.
And you see red glowing eyes and fangs looking back at you. Desrin has.
There's more reason why we're actually out of here.
Yeah, Desrin has heard of people with red glowing eyes and fangs in the past.
Yes. He's even met one type of them.
And at the same time, you do notice the what could only be termed as hand cannon on the counter, an antique weapon with. You think it's a 45 or maybe even a 65 round.
Arrow, yep.
Things that are designed to stop large animals.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a demon or a vampire?
Unknown. It's some form of either magically enhanced or disease-riddled creature that has been... the disease provides other forms of enhancement. Because in Shadowrun, vampirism is a disease, not undead.
And certainly, yes. What was going through Desmond's mind was, either it's a vampire or it's a dragon. Either way, he doesn't want to be in the vicinity any longer.
Neither does Bolt.
And he certainly, encouraging Bolt to use his best speed to get to the bike.
Okay.
So I can shoot a fireball if you want me to.
Well, right now you're in the car.
So I'm going to ask everyone to do initiative and then tell me where they are, so we can position them appropriately. So you get to choose either vigilance or cool as your stat. It's just that Jeremy had a notice to see something when he was doing something. So you have cool 2. Is it rank 2?
Presence 2.
Presence 2. Okay, so Shadow Star gets 3 advantages on that. So, and it doesn't have to be your actual initiative. It's where you sit in it. And where is Shadow Star at the moment? Ice Creamery?
Sitting outside the ice creamery, watching the store.
Okay, so what is Desrin's initiative?
So he can use cool.
Cool or vigilance? I'm happy with either.
In which case, then he gets where am I? A yellow dice, a green dice, and he will take. Just double check. He will take a strain to gain an extra success.
So you get 4 successes, and you are in the antique store.
Yeah, apparently.
So, Rakesh, what is Rakesh's initiative? You get a choice of vigilance or cool.
So, were you saying cunning or vigilance?
Vigilance or cool are your 2 choices. So
Vigilance is based off will, and cool is based off presence.
Will of 3.
Okay. So you have 3 successes on that, and you're waiting in the car?
I'm kind of sticking my head out to get a line of sight on what's going on in the antique shop.
Okay. Waiting for them to come out. Okay, Bolt. What is Bolt going to do? Vigilance or cool?
Sorry, I don't think it matters because I don't have either, and I think and my willpower and presence are the same, with being 2.
They're both 2, and you've got no rank in either, is that what you said?
So in which case then it doesn't really matter for you, so it is 2 advantages. And you are in the antique store.
Yes.
Then Flogger, what is Flogger going to do? Vigilance or cool?
I get 2 green dice for, I think it's vigilance.
So 1 success and 2 advantages. So Flogger's in at the ice creamery.
Way.
Okay, the store staff. So the store staff got 6 successes and 4 advantages.
So you're saying you might have just picked this on initiative?
Might have. Though I'm now doing the response team as well. So one of the response team ended up with a triumph, which, you know, trumps everything.
But are they the driver?
Was likely to be 4 cars coming your way.
And also remember, it doesn't actually matter who gets it from the group. Because anybody can act on this when they wish to in the group.
Okay, so now I can just rearrange it all to put everything in order, which is one of the fantastic things I like about how it can completely change how everything appears. You don't have to have everything go according to plan. Okay, so as you pull the gun and go to rush out the door, you hear a beeping coming from the cash register, and you hear it say alert. Alert has been sent. Police are inbound in 2 minutes, it says.
Well, that's right. If I don't believe it's saying 2 minutes, and I'm not going to give 2 minutes anyway. So, or at least my plan is to be on the bike, and therefore apparently having problems until they arrive. Then I can move off. But
okay,
we'll see when we get that far.
So from the perspective of cinematically, you see 2 cops each jump into a car and start them up on that turn, and then the store member picks up the gun and tells you to stop where you are, but doesn't actually fire. Then as the party members go, who wishes to go next?
I don't know if Desrin wanted to go or whether Bolt just, does his thing and,
Well, I would think that it's probably appropriate that either Bolt or Des would go under the effects of other ones, and I'm happy that Bolt is the one who is likely to be faster on the uptake of grab and go.
Well, Bolt also doesn't like guns being pointed at them, so he's probably more likely to bolt. More from that fact than anything else.
Yeah. Okay, so if the others are happy, Bolt is first up.
Okay, so Bolt. I'm just going to bring up Bolt's details. Would be helpfully if I actually had it all handy. So Bolt, you can easily move. So you're basically just going to rush out the door and go as far as you can.
I presume that Desrin mentioned he wanted to go to his bike and where it was?
Yeah.
We want to put the cash register in the open boot of the car.
So if you can see on that map there, the green dice is where Bolt got up to. And Bolt can move again at the cost of 2 strain to get closer to the car.
Sure. I think I have plenty of strain from memory, so...
Okay, so that's Bolt rushing towards the car. Okay, next person up. Cinematically, you see a 3rd cop jump into a 3rd vehicle, letting you have some idea that the cops have rolled pretty well tonight. And then it is another player's turn. Who wishes to go?
I take it Desrin hasn't had to go yet.
Desrin has not.
Yeah.
Probably.
So Jason's going to say, yeah. Going, got to run. And he'll be running.
Okay. So, Desrin, I'll do Desrin as a purple dice just so I've got something different. So he runs out.
I was going to say you should grab minis out. You got some teeny tiny minis on the shelf just over there.
So that is Desrin doing 1 rush. Does he spend 2 strain and keep going?
Probably not immediately. So that's got him some distance from the the shop. About how many more moves is he from his bike?
2.
2 moves from his bike. So he will do a manoeuvre to get to there, and a action of shooting his gun, aiming it back in the general direction of the store, but deliberately not aiming to hit anyone or anything, in that sort of sense.
Okay, what is your character's ranged light? Because, ricochets can happen.
Yep, he gets 5 dice, one of them yellow.
So the good thing about this is if you roll well, you do exactly as you intend.
Yep.
Okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much damage does your gun do?
Pistol damage 6.
Okay, shooting down the side there, you hit the window of the display case and see it shatter with your shot.
Okay.
But it basically, anything less than 10 or less damage did nothing. Because you did that 1 point over, you shattered the window.
Right, yes, because he actually did well with his shot, right.
A very hard to shatter window has just shat itself.
Look at it this way, he'd be very unlikely to shatter it a second time if he was to try to shoot out a similar window.
Hey, we're talking Declan here, he can do anything.
Okay, so that is Desrin and Bolt gone. Now we're up to another character who wishes to go next.
Are there any police on scene yet?
They are not.
I would probably... I might move closer to where the action is, but I kind of want to move into... Are the police likely to come down through that little alleyway just there?
Unsure, there is a chain across it.
Oh, okay. So are they more likely to come that way then?
Probably most likely going to go to wherever the cameras say to go to.
Okay.
Don't forget that if everything had gone according to plan, Shadowstar was going to sit the entire time sitting quietly in the ice cream shop,
Yeah.
concentrating on the spells.
I might just... can I ready and hold?
Not in this
Who's
one.
driving the van?
Well, no one's
There's
driving
no
the
van
van.
involved in this one. It's just
No
you've got
one-
the
no one-
car is driving you.
The car
And
drives
Declan-
itself.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Carry on.
Well, I'll just stay where I am then.
Order another ice cream.
No, I don't want to waste the ice cream, just in case.
Well, the other thing, of course, is from your perspective, someone has just shot in the middle of the strip mall, shooting out a shop window.
Yeah.
It
Well, I would know that
might be
that's...
appropriate to react to the shot, if nothing else.
well, I might know that that's Desrin.
Oh yeah, you know it's Declan, but what image you want to portray about what you know.
Acting innocent.
Yeah, well, that's also true. Would it break concentration technically as well? Do I need to maintain?
Well, you should have one level of sustain, which
Okay.
means that you can maintain one spell without having to spend strain each round.
I don't have to see him to do it. Will pretend to duck then.
Okay. So that brings us to Rakesh or Flogger. Who wishes to go next?
Sure, Rakesh. Now, can I see the glowing eye person?
You cannot.
Can I get out of the car and see it?
Well, your character never saw a glowing-eyed person, and Desrin's the only one who saw through the mask.
Okay, I'll just sit tight.
Desrin hasn't told anyone yet of a glowing-eyed person.
No. Well, part of that, of course, is obviously, from his perspective, only he and Bolt saw it. He doesn't know that Bolt didn't see it.
Well, Bolt was focused on fetching.
I think at this stage it's a case of we have to stay put till the police turn up.
You expect Bolt to pay attention when he gets Bolt to fetch.
Okay, Rakesh is seeing what happens. And Flogger, what does Flogger do?
Ice cream.
Flogger puts on his brass knuckles and walks out into the street.
Okay.
Okay, appropriate call reaction when gunfire starts.
I'll say that one. Shadow start, and Flogger comes out this way and starts walking towards the
I was
street.
going to say, you've got those little tiny guys there. They're the perfect size. Second shot.
These ones.
One up. Yeah, aren't they the perfect size?
They
right
are
from the
just not easy to get.
I think they're all like Star Wars.
They're
people,
also
though.
blue tack to the shelf.
Are they?
Yes,
Oh.
so they shouldn't fall off.
Oh, there you go.
That was the idea, that because they were easy to
I
knock
just
off
thought that was
previously.
cute because they're little tiny, perfect sized miniatures.
The Star Wars cantina scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're designed to look impressive though, not be used.
I'm one of those people who likes to use things.
Okay. So Flogger casually starts walking towards the street.
Yep.
So, coming out here, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Is he walking away from the shop though?
Yeah,
Why is Flogger walking away from the shop?
he said he was walking to the street.
Okay.
That's the closest street from the door he came out of.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Cops might turn up there.
That's fine.
Okay, so that brings us to a new round, and police get to go. So he takes off.
Sorry, put my glasses onto the police.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't mean to. You're safe. The police aren't going to get you. I crushed them with my glasses. Although that would defeat the purpose of your goal, which is to be pursued by the police.
Well,
wherever you're
admittedly though, apparently there's 3 cars coming, so you can take out 2 of them and I can still be chased by 1.
Where do you want that,
There.
No, just there?
No, I wanted it in the
There?
trying to make him move about the same amount because they're both.
Wow, it's going to take a long time for them to get to...
Well, normally they don't go at full speed the moment they start moving, so that's them gunning it, but they'll be able to gun it again next time.
They've got, like any vehicle, it takes a bit to accelerate up to the full speed.
But once they're at full speed, they can maintain full speed for a long period of time, unlike people running. Okay, so that brings us to Desrin. Sorry, not Desrin, party member. Who wishes to go next?
So if Bolt actually reached the vehicle...
Bolt has not reached the vehicle yet. Bolt is here, vehicle is here.
Bolt can continue to... Like, I would suggest Bolt goes next and...
How many moves am I from getting to the vehicle?
I think one maneuver will get you to the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, you reach the vehicle in one maneuver, and you can, and I'm happy to say you can spend another maneuver to put the cash register in the boot.
I'll do that.
Okay, but it does take you 2 strain to do so.
That's fine.
Strain adds up very quickly. Okay.
That's another question, Desrin. You're the only one who knows about the little tracker thing that's in the cash register, aren't you?
At this stage?
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, the tracker did, like, talk, so Bolt probably knows about it, but doesn't
Bolt will be
understand.
here to go off too, but yes.
Bolt probably doesn't understand what it means, though. He's not that smart.
Smart.
But then, Jackson's also working on the idea that the tracker is something that obviously the ancient. Well, he's expecting it's the ancients are more trying to track him as much as they're sending signals to police.
Yeah, well, what I was...
The orders given were to steal the cash register and be chased by the police for at least 3 blocks. Didn't necessarily say that Desmond had to have the cash register while they were being chased.
No, that's just... Yeah,
and it's also why he's deliberately fallen behind Bolt and gained more attention by shooting out the window to be the one that's actually the dangerous lunatic involved, as opposed to someone who's stolen a piece of junk that no one really wants anyway.
Okay, so you hear the the attendant get out the front and yell out, "You broke my window, damn you!" and fire what appears to be a gun in your direction.
Okay. I get 1 defense.
Unfortunately, he's not actually firing a gun. As you see 3 streaks of lightning go and hit you.
Ouch.
Well, I might be lucky if I can say ouch.
As he hits you and also hits Bolt at the distance as well.
Oh, wow.
Seeming to come from the big gun he was holding.
I'm a firing laser.
No, it wasn't a laser. He would actually cast a magic spell.
Okay.
Well, I'm firing the lightning.
He's actually using the lightning bolt effect, which allows him to target multiple people with 2 advantages.
There's got to be some kind of pun or irony in here somewhere. Getting Bolt struck by a bolt of lightning.
I know, that was quite funny. And the amusing thing is, he technically could also have hit Flogger as well, if he had chosen to attack Flogger.
Yeah.
But the whole point was the fact that Flogger, Shadowstar and Rakesh should not be noted as being involved in any way at this point,
So that is 7 points of damage to Bolt, and 2 lots of 7 points of damage to Desrin. And your soak can actually stop that.
So Soak does or doesn't?
Soak does.
For both of us, or?
For both of you. So that's 7 points to Bolt. If I look up Bolt, I can say that... I'll do Desrin first. Desrin has a soak of 3, so Desrin takes 2 lots of 4.
Okay.
Because with the auto fire quality, each hit is dealt separately. Otherwise, it would have been the equivalent of 14 damage, and he soaks 4, which would have been more damage to him.
Yeah. So he's taken 8 wounds. He's down to 6.
And Bolt has... How much does Bolt have? Bolt has a soak of 6, so Bolt takes 1 whole point of damage. And he would have been better off doing the stun quality to stop you in your place. But he went for hitting multiple people instead of just a single target.
Has Bolt offloaded the register into the boot at this stage?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that is that action. Which party member wants to go next? Because all the remaining 4 of you act one after the other.
I'm presuming Rakesh wants to have a go at the guy shooting at Desrin and Bolt. So I'm happy for him to have his go first if he wants to.
Does Rakesh wish to go?
Okay, so I'm using my magic staff and to shoot at range, because I can ignore range and it adds 4 damage.
Okay. So, what is your skill rating?
I don't know.
That's right, I think it's 3 because you just increased it to 3. Your attribute for Rakesh for his magic was 4, so I added green.
Good thing you transitioned all of those Shadowrun pages over. I remember you doing that. It's handy.
Yeah, it was a bit of work, but I did manage to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm only just appreciating it now, really.
Does Rakesh have the range ability on his attack?
Yes,
How much have you? How many times have you gotten in range?
Just one.
Just once. So you
You get
can.
an extra one for the staff, doesn't he?
No, the staff allows him to put one range on there without increasing the difficulty.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, he's still out of range from your actual shot.
Oh.
Wow.
So even with no penalty for range.
Well, the range only goes so far. And for
Okay,
you,
there's no penalty for
I thought it was line of
range.
sight.
Electric fire infinite. It just means that you can add a range increment for free, and presumably you can only add one range increment if you've only got one range talent. Is that right?
that is correct. He can normally hit up to. Let me see if he is. He can normally hit 12 squares away, but he can hit 24 squares away because of his range thing. So,
Okay.
How much weight is the shop owner?
7 4s are
28.
28 plus 3 makes it 31.
31.
So
wow.
31 squares away.
Yeah, so it's not just 1 or 2, it's like 7 squares out of range.
Okay. That's alright.
But the if you had another form of on there, it would extend your magic out to 48 squares.
Can I buy it?
On the spot?
I don't think you. I think you used up yours on. Well, actually, you didn't. You can buy it. I'll give it to you. So you got range 2.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's why we have these things like this, and that means that you can easily hit him, potentially even hit Flogger if you wanted to. But hey, that's the fun of doubling the distance.
But I think Flogger would appreciate that.
I just want to hit him.
As I said, the equivalent of showing how much distance that grants
Yeah.
you is almost the length of the mall instead of halfway through the mall.
Yep.
Okay, so that's your 3, your that, the difficulty of it.
Well, it's a lot of dice.
Well, the guy has some protection against magic.
Yeah.
It's going to be a quick effect. It doesn't matter whether you can beat him or not. You probably still won't affect him.
Okay, so they cancel. They cancel. So you take 3 strain for 4 strain for casting the spell. Actually, you get the choice of what you do with the threat. So having ended up with 2 threat,
Yeah.
you can allow the opponent to immediately move, get a free maneuver. You can give them a blue dice on their next action.
Give them a blue dice?
Yep.
Or?
Because it's
Yeah.
a threat against you, it's to their advantage.
So things didn't go quite right for your spell, so there's going to be a penalty on you. Whether you take that additional strain on you or a bonus to them, it's up to you.
You can also take it as your spell doesn't take effect until the start of next round, but it was succeeded anyway. You could have it do backlash and you suffer 4 strain or 2 wounds.
Well, I'm happy to just let it slide for a round.
Well, unfortunately, you didn't. The spell has no effect, so sliding for a round with no effect.
It's not really an option for you.
You could have your implement take 1 step of damage.
Is that
No, I don't want to do that.
Or you can give yourself magic attractor, meaning anyone with magic can affect you easier by giving them a permanent blue dice for the rest of the encounter.
I'm happy with that.
I know, I've been concerned with the magic the guy was apparently throwing around.
What's the wound thing?
He doesn't know I'm a wizard.
You could cast a spell on it.
Wound thing. There was one where you
Well,
could take 2 wounds.
He could
It
take
didn't
4
work
strain
on
or
him.
2 wounds
You
for
know to
backlash.
cast a spell on him.
And so if you've got something like 10 wounds, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad option to take wounds in that.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
But harder to recover.
Okay, alright, yeah.
Okay. So that is Rakesh, unfortunately was defeated by the opponent's spell resistance.
That's fine.
So that means Desrin, Flogger, and...
So did the spell have any visible effect?
you did see his spell reach out and basically deflect off the guy.
Okay, but like it looked like a bolt of flame or another bolt of lightning or...
Bolt of energy, most likely, because he doesn't have an element involved.
Okay.
Rakesh is
I'm more just looking from Desmond's perspective as how flashy or showy was the thing. Like
It would have been...
people from Desmond with his big pink hair firing a gun and destroying the window.
It probably would distract him a little.
And then getting hit by a bolt of lightning.
You would have, Desrin would have seen the bolt go flying over the top of his head and bounce off the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So we're up to Desrin, Flogger, or me?
So we got Flogger, Desrin, or Shadowstar, yes.
Okay, I didn't realise Desrin hadn't had to go yet.
So Desmond's going to effectively keep do another move. He'll take
Almost to your bike.
so he didn't quite get there.
You are 2 whole squares away from your bike.
Okay.
That's how close you were.
If he used another maneuver and took the strain, would he be able to get on the bike?
He could make an athletics check to see if he can make those extra feet as a check.
Did he use coordination instead of athletics?
I'm happy for coordination instead of athletics.
He'll go for see if he can make the distance.
What is your coordination?
Coordination is 5 dice, 1 of them yellow. As he's parkouring along, trying to dodge more lightning bolts.
Okay, so you ended up with 4 advantages.
Yeah, you feel good about this, but...
So with your 4 advantages, you can ignore penalizing environmental effects, gain a melee or ranged defense, perform an immediate maneuver that does not exceed your 2 maneuvers per turn. So you can take that to get yourself to the bike without having to spend 2 strain to do so.
Okay.
So you failed the check, but you can succeed with the result.
I will achieve the goal.
So it's the irony of how that works, and you can go around the corner, so you're out of line of sight of the guy.
You happen to trip onto your bike.
Hey, no, he was parkouring down the alleyway, the mall.
Yeah, and then you tripped.
The amusing thing is, he needs to spend an actual maneuver to get onto the bike. Mounting and dismounting a seat is a maneuver, unless you've got there is a talent that allows you to do it for free.
I don't think he's got that talent. But if he's around the corner and at his bike, then that's enough for the time being, because technically he doesn't actually want to be starting the bike and escaping until we can see the cops.
Okay.
So you tripped into your bike then.
And then we have Flogger and Shadowstar. What would Flogger like to do? Would Flogger like to stand in the middle of the road and look menacing?
Would Flogger like to get back in the car?
Flogger's on the absolute other side of the mall from where the car is.
Okay.
If you can see the red dice all the way over here, car all the way over here.
And which direction are we expecting the police come from?
The police are coming from that direction.
Flogger,
Right, so 90 degrees from the line that we're looking at. Yeah,
So-
okay, that's fine. It's not like Flogger is going to be attracting attention from the police as they arrive from his current position.
Flogger's just gonna go for a walk around the block.
doing the nonchalant troll has no involvement in the current situation. Trust me.
So we can just take off? What?
Depends. Bolt could get into the car.
Well, I'm happy to wait for you because you're bringing the cash register.
Bolt's got the cash register, and the cash register is in the car. So right now, you could technically just drive off in the car.
But he's had his turn this round.
Yes.
Yeah.
So was
up to Shadow
me. How far can I throw a stun grenade? Just out of curiosity. I've got range like 1.
Do Shadow Star. So you could easily throw it 12 of those squares.
Okay. So there's a possibility I could throw a stun grenade in the direction of the guy facing Desrin and that.
Yes, but when you see that the thick ones are groups of 4, so you can move it, throw it 3 thick squares.
Okay. Look, at this stage, I don't want to attract any fire, so I
get out your phone camera and start taking footage of.
I was thinking about telling my car to come and get me. Or to come closer to me and start moving to the closest point to get picked up by my car.
Okay.
But I don't want to leave Bolt behind. I don't know whether or not my car is capable of collecting Bolt, though.
Bolt can handle himself. He was going to just keep running.
Okay, well,
Not that you would know this, but actually, you probably would.
Well,
Be like,
yes.
you saw Bolt run. He doesn't tend to stop anytime soon
but
after
eventually
that.
we need to go home, and so eventually I wouldn't mind having Bolt and Flogger back in the car to take them both home. But considering that I need to,
You gotta remember that, assuming things go the way they were planned to go,
yeah,
Desmond's going to be leading the police away on his motorcycle.
yeah.
If everything went right, and you guys can nonchalantly drive off in the car.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's been some distractions and problems with that, with the idea that there's now a tracker on the vehicle, but okay, Desmond's believing that that's actually a tracker put by the Ancients so they can watch what's happening, not that it's a tracker that's gone to the Lone Star. So, and let's face it, if Desmond can have enough attention drawing himself, then they should chase him on the motorbike even if he doesn't actually have the stolen goods on him at the time.
I'm going to stay put for now and just see how things go.
So it brings us to a new round. And I am going to have the police go again.
You want this one moving?
I'm just going to do this one.
Yep.
And then move that to about there. Because like all things, they do coordinate so they can come at something from different angles.
We're going to be gone before this turn up.
But considering response time, that's actually about as fast as a response time as you can expect.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, it's bloody good response time.
I'm not against it.
Considering you probably think that they were paid to respond quickly in this instance. So,
They were ready prepared that, hey, this shop is going to get hit in the next hour. You're not allowed to actually be at the shop before the hours, before it's hit.
okay, so who wishes to go before the shop owner does?
So at the moment, we've got Bolt is still visible from the shop owner, but he's about to keep having dumped the cash register in the boot, and he's going to keep running. Presumably leaving the boot open, since the car could probably close its own boot anyway, and Bolt wouldn't need to close it. And also then makes it less obvious that it was dumped in there potentially, unless someone watching carefully at the time, like the shop owner was. And Jason's just around the corner, and therefore not visible to the shop owner.
That is correct.
And the car is presumably visible to the shop owner because Rakesh had line of sight, didn't he?
That is correct.
I would suggest it should be either Bolt or Rakesh's vehicle to get out of the sight of the shop owner.
Okay, so Ariadna, did you want to then go and have your vehicle take off?
Yep. Is Bolt in the vehicle yet, or
Bolt
is
is
Bolt
not-
still determined to run?
Bolt is not in the vehicle.
But Bolt's not looking like she's going for the vehicle either.
I can't yell at Bolt to get in the car, can I?
No.
And you could.
But I'm sure once the car takes off, Bolt will follow.
How far? Oh, will it? Will he?
Bolt has a habit of chasing things.
Okay. Well, I'll tell the car to come around the corner to closer to where I am.
Okay.
Probably should have done that last turn. I didn't realise Bolt would chase. Otherwise, I would have done it last turn.
So that's the car starting off.
Yep.
But let's face it, if Bolt runs in the other direction, then you can still catch it. In a lot of ways, it's good to, if everyone involved scatters in different directions,
Yep.
less likely to have everyone being followed. So.
Okay. The store owner moves down the passageway heading towards Bolt and points gun at Bolt again and fires, sending off another bolt of electricity down the hallway there. So that turns that into... Let's remove that.
Well, okay. From a player character perspective, I'm much glad that she's saying that Bolt's the one that's target this time, because he's got a much better soak.
Bolt does have a much better soak.
Plus, I was the one that actually absconded with the cash register, so.
I'm the one that broke his window, that would probably worth a lot more. Or at least, certainly as far as gentlemen understand things, he would think it worth a lot more compared to the piece of junk that we were told to get.
Okay, so he shoots and hits Bolt with the lightning bolt, this time doing also 7 damage, so 1 point. But Bolt is also takes 4 stun damage on top of that. It's not counted by soak, bypass the soak.
Yeah, so what does that
Over 5 damage.
mean?
So you take 1 in the wound. Sorry, 2. Yeah, 1 in the wound, so you should be at wound 2, and your strain should be at 4 now. Oh, 4 on top of what you'd already taken, so you should be at 8 strain now.
Yep. I might have like 12 strain.
Let me help.
Probably something about that your figure.
I do have my character sheet open, I'm just not on my computer at the moment because I'm just searching
You have
now.
10 as your threshold,
Oh, 10, okay. That's
which is not
close.
bad actually.
I think it might be Flogger that has 12. Maybe less?
Well, it's based on willpower, isn't it? Oh, might also be based on race as well, come to think of it.
Race does have a big part in it. Okay, so yes, you do get struck by another bolt of lightning.
Yummy.
So you have that burnt fur smell going on, as well as the fried ice cream taste in your mouth.
Delicious.
And then it's basically who else in the party left?
Everyone in the party except Shadowstar can now act, as Shadowstar got the car to start off.
Yeah, that's right, Shadow's already said.
That's fine.
So, is Bolt running in a direction that's different from other ways, or is he going to follow the car, or is he going...
What was that?
Do you need the policeman?
No, they've already gone this round.
Oh, alright, awesome.
I'll probably try and run away from this maniac who's shooting this funny electric shit at me.
Taking a 9-degree turn, so therefore at least he's got to get to the same street.
So technically, you can run up alongside the car and jump in if you wish to take 2 strain.
I'm already getting pretty high on my strain though.
So that would put you at what was it? It's strain 8. So that would knock you out at this stage. You would dive into the car and fall asleep.
So what you're better off doing would be doing a maneuver to run as far as you can, maybe get back around the corner somewhere if you can, and then using an action to hide or something like that.
Do I know an alley near here that would have like a dumpster bin or something that I can like jump into to hide?
Well, across the road in front of you is an overpass which you could probably run up to hide. There is also a something on the corner of the hospital across the road that you could also hide behind. Or you could run around the corner and duck into the stuffer shack and pretend nothing's wrong.
Sure, let's pretend nothing's wrong.
Does Bolt have a decent stealth at all?
I think I took stuff in stealth. I can't remember. Yes, I do have 1 rank in... Is that right?
And you've got 5 agility, haven't you?
I've got 3 agility.
Oh.
I've got 4 brawn, 3 agility.
Okay, I thought agility would make people really fast, but...
Agility and brawn can make people fast.
Okay, right. Because I'm just thinking of the fact that, like, from a game perspective, if you've done your single move maneuver to run as far as you can, possibly going around the corner, whatever type of stuff, and then you do an action like hide or something, or pretend to be part of the crowd or something, but if it's an action that you're skilled in and you're likely to get additional advantages, then you can use those advantages to reduce your strain.
Yeah, well, so blending into a crowd would be stealth,
Could you heat up the last of my PD?
You could also have a fluffle.
So what were you doing, Em?
So when you said I could run into that store, does it look busy?
It looks fairly busy. There's also a lot of other stuff there.
It's also a potato ball, but they're a bit
Is there like a decent crowd I could sort of blend myself into by sort of hiding that way, like still being in that way?
There's lots of shelves and stuff there, so as long as the person doesn't see you duck in, they're less likely to expect you to be in there.
Is that possible to try?
Next round, yes.
Okay.
Well, can she reach into the stuffer shack with 1 move?
She can if she succeeds at a athletics or coordination check and doesn't knock herself out.
Right, but she only knock herself out if she comes up badly on the check, isn't it?
That is correct, but it is possible.
Doing the check is not going to add any strain unless she's...
So sorry, it was athletics or what?
Athletics or coordination. You don't have either skill, so that means you're doing either brawn or agility, so I'd expect it to be brawn.
Yeah.
You're just going to push through.
And this stuffer shack, that's the one that's across the aisle from the antique store, isn't it?
That is correct.
So chances are people are ducking and covering in that shop anyway, so if you were to try and dash in to apparently get cover from some madman shooting on the street, that's perfectly reasonable.
So, you did fairly well on that one. You get enough to get yourself a second maneuver and to recover 1 strain, and you're now out of line of sight of the gunman and the street itself, so before the police come around the corner.
I
Nice work.
Okay, so that is Bolt accounted for this round. What is everyone else doing?
So the police haven't actually been.
You've gone.
They haven't actually made an appearance yet.
Not visibly, no. Basically, that they were far enough away that they're bound to be there in a moment.
Yep.
You can hear the sirens.
Are they likely to come up the street that Desmond's got this bike and is going to be like potentially heading down?
Okay, so what knowledge does your character have?
He's got no specific knowledge of the fact that he's grown up on the streets of Seattle, so he's got streetwise. But he does get a bonus on underground knowledge, but he hasn't actually got the skill in it.
So I'll give you a streetwise knowledge. What dice are you rolling for that?
Streetwise, he gets. Where are we? Cunning. So 1 yellow, 1 green, and the effect of the talent. I don't think it has any impact on this one. He can remove a setback from a streetwise check. So 1 yellow, 1 green, and 1 less black.
Okay, so you succeeded in figuring out what's going to happen here. You do think that the police would come for each exit and trying to get line of sight of each exit as soon as possible, which is what you'd expect for a threat response. So they can direct the vehicles to close in on the target as quickly as possible.
Yep. Okay. In which case, so on that idea, if he was to effectively head, like he's got the bike at the end of that long passage, if he heads straight down, effectively towards the middle of the map, he would expect to be seeing the police coming directly towards him. Is that right?
That is correct. At least one car coming that way.
Yeah, there's one car coming that way. In which case, then yeah, I'm going to do a, I guess it's the drive action or something type stuff, but basically the intent is to get the bike moving deliberately in the direction that the police are going to come from, and the idea being that when he spots the police, he'll fire off his pistol again, try and be obvious about, hey, it's me, come and get me.
Okay.
It's the intent of the actions we're going for,
So that would be 2 maneuvers. One to accelerate. Do you accelerate to the best the bike can go, or just a simple acceleration that's not going to strain your vehicle?
At this stage, we'll just go for a simple acceleration, because that's the other aspect of actually at least getting moving initially. Assuming you can't see the police right now, the second action, I guess, or second manoeuvre is going to be the
well, one maneuver speeds. So one maneuver accelerates. The second maneuver is allowing you to turn the vehicle as it takes off.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that maneuver. And in which case, then his action he'll use to what we talked about the other bit before.
The equivalent damage control.
Damage or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be your mechanics check. What is your character's mechanics?
So he gets 1 yellow, 1 green in mechanics.
And you recover 1 additional strain when you do the action.
Whenever I reduce strain, it'll be 1 extra one. Yeah.
Okay, so technically you got no successes and an advantage, so you reduce 1 strain.
Okay.
Because you did the action, so you get that after the results are determined.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but I end up with 2 strain on me, but the vehicle ended up with effectively 1 or 2 in the end of 10.
1 in the end.
Oh, sorry, 1 or none.
It was 1 in the end.
1 in the end, okay.
So that is Desrin's move. And then next up we have either Flogger or Rakesh. Either of you planning on doing something?
Flogger's going to continue his stroll around the block.
I just want to get out of here.
Right, yeah, so you're in the car and the car's on its getaway maneuvers at the moment, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Basic maneuvers, yeah.
So that the car started off automatically, so you're expecting it's going to safely get you out of there. It helps when you have an auto drive vehicle.
That's right.
Okay, so that brings us to a new round, and this is when the police move again. So Desrin sees a police car around the corner in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
One of them almost took the map out. And probably up to
Elm?
just before Elm, somewhere there.
Out there?
As the police are zooming down the street trying to get to the exits. Okay, so Desrin does see one before him. Does Desrin wish to take his action now?
Might as well, because I don't think anyone else should be in specific danger at this stage if things are going vaguely. So how far away is this vehicle that's coming towards me?
Quite a while.
Like in the sense of on its current speed?
It's about 100, at least 100 units away, squares away.
Yeah, okay, so
How many squares can it travel around?
in which case he will...
Depends on how far it's accelerated.
Okay.
Was that Jeremy?
He'll continue to accelerate and...
Okay, so that means if you go in a straight line, you pretty much go 12 squares this time.
Okay. So he doesn't need to use another manoeuvre then to do any dodging or turning then?
No, it means that you can apply maneuvers to other things, or just not do the second maneuver. Because when you're going straight, you can just put the foot down without any strain on the vehicle.
Cool. And he will basically then use his action to again shoot in the air, try and maintain the or gain the attention of the police as he's aiming to speed off in the at the end of his stage. Basically, he's going for maintaining their general direction with the intent that he'll aim to turn off immediately after going past them or just before them, depending upon what
you shoot in the air quite successfully. No side effects or bad things happen. And you do manage to get 2 advantages, which you can use. One to recover a strain if you wish to, and then give the next person to act a blue dice because of you being just such a nice guy.
Not the others shouldn't need a blue dice at all, but hey, we might as well.
Okay, so...
so if you end up going down third, the other 2 will have to do U-turns after you.
I don't suppose I can recover a strain on me and a strain on the bike.
Unfortunately, you can't do your skill successes to recover strain on vehicles. You got to use the mechanics check.
All good.
It's done that on purpose, so you're always very careful about how you push your vehicles.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
So he doesn't make the corner and unable to see what happens around the corner. He's not pushing himself at this stage. So, who wishes to go? So the Shadow Star one.
I'll just get the car to keep coming closer to me and pick me up.
Okay. The car goes around the corner.
Can I also move towards my car, or do I have to stay put? So I'll be going towards that centre squared and come out here, because that way I might have some chance of attracting Flogger's attention with some ice cream and lure him into the car. I know Bolt's not as big an ice cream fan, but that's kind of my plan.
That's where you go, biscuit.
Yeah, biscuit, Scooby snack.
So, Shadowstar's gone. Does Rakesh think Rakesh can come up with something to do now? Luckily, the 2 lots of police aren't in line of sight. And neither is the person shooting lightning.
Just coming along for the ride. I'll bring you ice cream though.
I'm happy to just nick off, yeah.
Well, you could technically get out of the car and walk nonchalantly as if nothing's wrong.
Get out of here.
Unfortunately, the vehicles are on autopilot, so you can't drive it.
Yeah. Sit back and relax if you're just going for a Sunday drive. With the people doing the driving.
That wouldn't be
You've had,
unusual.
you've had the windows up the whole time, so you didn't hear any of this gunshot going on in the street.
The car will play music of your choice though.
I'm sure it can play the car chase sound effects in the background for you.
Or the Benny Hill song.
That too. Especially with the gun firing behind you.
How many of us know the Benny Hill song though?
I'm sure there is some sort of meme in Shadowrun.
I reckon Martin and Jeremy will get it. Not so sure about Josh and Emmy, they're pretty young.
Well, I'm sure they probably recognise the Benny Hill tune, but they recognise it as the Benny Hill tune. Might be the question.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does Frogger and Bolt do? Does Bolt just sit and wait?
Is that Bolt? No, Bolt's not on the corner.
So Bolt's gone inside.
Bolt's hiding in the stuff a second.
This is Desiree.
Yeah, I think I just sit tight.
And Flogger
There's no point trying to make a show of it.
And Flogger just continues to walk down the path.
Yeah. Flogger continues to do his block.
Okay, as he's walking past the liquor store, he sees a sign in the window saying new ice cream alcohol.
That gets Flogger's attention.
Done by the Doorsman brand.
Cellar door.
Flogger goes in to get some
Pinot
gold.
Noir flavoured.
Well, they say it's a bit woody.
Flogger goes in to get some door. It has door in it.
Door cream.
Ice to door.
Ice door.
Okay, so you go inside and start looking at the range of door liquors. Ranging from adorable to Doricious. Okay, so police zoom down.
Did the vampire / werewolf
And that one would turn round to the corner. It does not.
How far?
About.
Cool.
Okay, so you see the police come round in front of Rakesh. He sees the 2 vehicles come into the street.
Just in time for Desiree to come into the middle of the street.
And who wishes to go next? Because a person can go.
Is that you, Desiree?
If the police have become visible,
Mm-hmm.
and Desmond's going to aim to do a drive-by, continuing to turn off his pistol. laughing at the police and world and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, so you're going to accelerate again?
Did you have to turn to do this sort of action at all?
No, but
Okay.
you can basically be moving at 18 squares around, which does make it harder for people to hit you.
Yep. How fast are the police cars going at the moment, approximately?
Doesn't seem like fast.
Well, they're going at about 15 squares around.
Okay, yeah, so cool. Yeah, I will, if I can still effectively be going in a straight line straight past the police, I will accelerate past them and, take a couple pot shots in their general direction, but again, deliberately not aiming to actually hit anyone or anything.
That's the distance between them.
Okay.
So that's 32 squares between you.
Okay, so if he moves 18 full, that's after I've moved?
That's after you've moved.
Okay, yep.
Doesn't seem very fast, but I'm guessing that it is.
Well, this is all an equivalent of a few seconds. And with your shooting distance, that just puts them out of medium range for you.
Which is convenient because it means I can be shooting directly at them, knowing that I'm not actually going to reach them. Again, he's not aiming to hit, he's certainly aiming to get their attention.
Okay, so yes, you managed to get yourself 4 advantages, so you can technically pull off another maneuver if you wish to.
Go for the maneuver!
He's already moved his distance.
Oh, right.
So I couldn't do another maneuver for actually moving further? Oh no, because...
So you can do a maneuver to give yourself speed, and if you don't actually if you don't actually move on your turn, you'll go straight for that distance.
Okay, I will use them. I'll use the 4 advantages to gain an extra 6 on my acceleration.
Okay, so that means you'll go forward another 6 because you've increased your speed distance.
Yep.
So you did the accelerate twice, but because it was a free maneuver, it doesn't do 2 strain on you, but it does 2 strain on your bike.
Oh, it does still strain on the bike.
But it doesn't. But it doesn't affect you.
Okay. And looking at the bike, so I've got a strain threshold of 6 on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the bike took 1 previous, didn't it?
It took 1 previously, yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll take the 2 on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I can start doing a bit of maneuvers with the stop shooting, and I can start doing the repair actions instead.
That does help. Okay, so we have Desrin shooting off down the edge there, literally. Rakesh, you can see 2 lots of police coming in your direction. What do you do? As you hear the bike zoom behind you, heading away.
Can I not go in the same direction as Desrin?
You are not going in the same direction.
I'm purposely telling my car to do a nonchalant drive off in the other direction.
So this direction is where the car's going that you're in, and there's a police car coming down, and one has just come around the corner in front of you.
They're coming towards us, but they're going to go by us. After the man on the gun, on the motorbike shooting the gun.
Yeah, I'll just continue on.
Unless, of course, they're following the tracker that you guys don't know about yet.
Okay, so does Flugger, Bolt, or Shadowstar wish to act at this stage?
Can I text Bolt to find out where Bolt is?
You can. Where are you? Get sent to Bolt.
What shop was I in again?
You are in the Stuffer Shack.
Do I know where that is? Do I have a...
You would know it'd be the big place on the corner.
I tell Bolt to come and meet me in the square here, but to come down 4th Street. And does Bolt know the colour of my car?
Yep.
I tell Bolt to come out and get into my car. We're going to pick up ice cream before heading home.
So I'm safe to sort of nonchalantly
Walk out.
walk out.
I'll tell you there's police cars, but they're not interested in you.
Well, okay. They probably haven't had time to get a description of Bolt as being involved in the snatch and grab.
Okay, so what is Flogger busily buying his door cream?
He's having samples.
All the samples. How do you say no to a troll who just wants more samples?
We're out.
Yeah, maybe.
Please don't rip my arm off.
Yeah.
Please stop beating me with my ripped off arm.
I'm just going to pass out right now.
Please call emergency services before I die.
Please don't hit my arm you've ripped off.
That's not ice cream. It's not a spoon either.
Stop slapping me in the face with my removed arms. I'm sure there are quite a few Wookiee jokes you can throw in there too. Okay, so yes, you have Flogger trying various samples. So they're giving you the equivalent of a couple of drops of each alcohol that you wish to try.
Flogger's going to be very drunk soon. Although when ice cream's put into food, it tends not to make you drunk, right? They cook all the alcohol out of it.
Depends if it's cooked or just frozen. Because some ice cream making doesn't actually cook.
Generally when they do syrups for ice cream, they will like cook those, so you get more flavour than you will get alcohol content. But
It might also depend on whether or not they've added the alcohol
Yeah.
before or after preparing the
Yeah.
ice cream.
yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, so police cars. Police car number 1.
Well, it's right on top of you.
So it veers into Desrin's path.
These two, do you need help moving
Can't
them?
actually reach him.
Do you need me to move the back one?
And then move the back one.
That's
5 of those big squares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep,
And is that one supposed to be stopped in front of my car?
it is. Okay. And it's basically flashing its lights at your car, and you can hear over the speaker, pull over.
Okay. I tell my car to let Bolt in and to drive off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what does the party wish to do?
So how close is equal to Desmond at the moment?
There you go, you've got a whole 2 squares in front of you.
Okay then.
And you're currently moving 24 squares as your movement.
Yeah. Can I maneuver? Like, okay, do I need to? Well, I will need to do an action anyway because I'll be trying to. In fact, actually, do I need to?
Sorry, the way just fell like that.
Okay, so in that case then I will just do a standard driving manoeuvre and aiming to turn down that street to
3rd Street.
basically go past the bar and then turn down the other street there, yep, down that direction and continue to move by 24, because that should be taking me in the general direction where the other police cars were, correct?
Yep.
The other police cars are down that street.
They're down that street, but it's on that same direction, yeah.
Are you firing your gun again?
Sorry?
Are you firing your gun again?
I believe you should do a mechanics check.
But yeah, he's deliberately trying to actually manoeuvre where the other vehicle could come and get him as well.
Yeah.
And he'll then do an action of mechanics to try and damage control.
Okay, so you can recover 1 strain from yourself, and you recover 1 strain from your bike, plus an extra strain from your talent.
Right. So he's now on 1 strain on the bike and 1 strain on him, because he didn't get strain last time, did he? That's right. So.
Okay. So what does Bolt do?
The car door
I guess I
should
get into
open
the
for
car
you.
so we can get moving.
Okay, you get into the car. So Bolt's now in the car with Rakesh. And Rakesh can see that the police car in front of you has told you to pull over. Does Rakesh wish to do anything to the police car? Well, we don't have a Rakesh at the moment, so I'm assuming that's...
Okay. He's dropped off.
I think Rakesh has so far been happy to wait to see if any aggressive action is needed. If we can get away without it, then we'll try that.
So what does... what do you tell the car to do?
I tell the car to wait but be ready to drive off, and then I'm hoping that the police will go after the motorbike.
Well, it's either going to have to slam on the brakes or run into the police car, or veer around it.
Slow.
The police have obviously targeted the vehicle, your car.
Can it slow without actually, can it look like it's going to stop without actually coming to a stop?
If it slams on the brakes, it might be able to not hit it.
I'll have to veer around it then, but
Yeah.
I'll get the car to put its indicators on to indicate that it is going to pull over, but it doesn't want to have a collision because some idiot's pulled in front of it.
I didn't say the police were smart.
Mm.
Hey, sometimes they actually provoke accidents.
Mm. Actually, I can't accelerate away from that, can I?
Well, with moving to there, you can then jump in the car yourself.
Yeah, but I don't want to leave. Oh, Vlogger's probably okay.
Plugger's in happy place.
Yeah. But isn't the car all of my moves? I'll have to wait for next round to jump in.
That the car is not your
alright,
actual actions.
I'll get in the car as well.
So it would take you 2 strain to move over and jump in.
2 strain.
So yes, you're in the car as well.
Technically, you've got an action you could do if you wanted to actually do anything on the police vehicle. Not that I'm suggesting you should be, but...
No, I'm hoping that they're going to see your motorbike, or they're going to get radioed by the car that's seen your motorbike, and they're going to change direction quickly to go after the hooligan who's shooting his weapon.
Hopefully.
That is my hope too.
Okay, so that would be a new round. That would be the extent of his actual turn. It's not easy to do that.
That's a pretty impressive driving technique. Doing Huey when you're travelling at high speed.
Yeah.
Well, they're trained, they've got that special training.
Yeah.
That would be their action because they can't literally turn on a dime.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing about cars. Turning is not always the easiest thing to do.
It's what Degra was counting on. He's on a motorcycle compared to them in cars. He's expected to be more manoeuvrable.
Yeah, you can pretty much do those turns without slowing down too much. They have to take it wide. Okay, so now it would be party members go. Where does Desrin wish to race to?
Beach Street.
Okay.
You are currently moving 24 squares.
Yep. If he was to go 24 straight down, is he going to be hitting effective? Like, the idea is he wants to turn left again
Do you
at
want to go
some
down
point, but it's like into one of the main roads that will attract the attention of the other two police cars.
So maybe you want to turn down Oak.
So 24 gets you the other end of the hospital.
Okay. And that's the intent is to, that puts him in a position where he can look to turn left to where the other cars are hopefully going to be said, hey, go this way.
And then Ariadna, which way do you want your car?
And then you'll also do another mechanics test to try and get his strain down on the vehicle completely.
I'll see if I can lure Flogger into the car with ice cream.
So does Flogger jump in car and join Chase?
Flogger, we're going for an ice cream party. Get the ice cream you've got and let's go. I think Flogger's fallen asleep too.
Flogger will quickly buy for a tub of ice cream and then see what's going on outside.
Okay. You hear this payment accepted as you rush out the door. And quickly jump on the back of the vehicle as it's moving.
Yay!
Because, hey, opening doors was just... with hands full, it's not always easy.
I think occasionally Flogger is like bulky,
do I quickly know how much I just paid for that?
You have no idea, you didn't check.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It was ice cream.
I'll help.
Yeah, fair.
I'll put some money towards ice cream. We had a bit of fun.
But hey, you had the money to buy it, so... You don't think it'd be more than 20, yeah?
Did I get enough successes and/or advantages to take the strain off the vehicle?
Mechanics check.
You're doing a mechanics check again?
Yeah.
Think of it this way.
The agent one manoeuvre, or do the mechanics to actually...
Doesn't he get 5? Oh no, it's mechanics check.
Yeah.
Different. Yeah.
And it's actually easier because he's only got one strain. When he's at half or more, it's 2. When he's at full, it's 3. Purple.
I was going to say, Flogger, think of it this way. You don't have to share your ice cream on top of the car, and you've got a great view.
So so Jeremy, with your roll, you get 1 success, so you move 1 strain, plus the extra strain from your rapid repair means that you easily repaired the strain on your bike. So your bike's now strain free, which is where all the different actions come in to help you do stuff.
Absolutely. So that means then you can start doing some more dangerous driving techniques and/or shooting the pistol to attract attention.
And you can duck down the alley between the town hall and the police station. Though you do know that there are gun emplacements on the front of the town hall, so not always the best place to shoot your weapon.
Where's the gun?
See the little round things sitting in front of the...
Oh, they're the guns, okay.
And that.
Yeah. So he could always go down Oak, though.
Yep. So Elm Street is not one of the we fire our guns on place.
So Elm Street, I don't know if you can see my hand, but this is Elm Street here, and there's the guns.
Yeah.
My fingers
I can see your hand, but those cameras are on the smaller screen, so they're...
Yeah.
It's certainly, yes. If the police are chasing him,
Yep.
then he's got no need to attract further attention.
Yeah.
But the intent is, if he needs to attract the attention of a couple other police cars in the vicinity of Shadowstar's vehicle, then the gun can come out again. So.
Okay.
Well, right now, my
even if it's the same place where can't find the building, they're not shooting him yet, so he'll be gone before they actually start shooting.
Okay, 1 police car comes around the corner chasing Desrin.
Oh, we could go to McDougal's and hide there in the car park. Oh, but we could also, in case we're about to be picked up by the cops, park at Dewey, Cheatham and Howe attorneys on the opposite corner.
Hopefully that's not the lawyers that we visited previously.
Yeah, I have a suspicion though that if you got cops on your tail, that's where you want to park.
Okay, so you believe one car is now chasing Shadow Star's vehicle, and 2 are chasing Desrin.
Okay.
So, what are you guys planning to do here? Which
I'll-
way does Desrin wish to go?
Yeah, I was going to say I'll let Desmond.
So based on the location the positions we're at, does he think that he can actually effectively gain the attention of the third vehicle?
He's unsure. Did anyone tell Desrin that the police have already told you to pull over?
I don't think that's necessarily come through either. So, and I'm happy that Declan doesn't know about it yet. So,
It
well,
wouldn't occur to me to tell him. I'd be focused on just trying to get us all out of sight.
I will still take the that next left and heading back towards the where the mall was, on the idea that's where the third police car should be. But the intent being to basically drive again straight past that police car and
Oh gosh, if you'd just gone a couple more, you could have shot at the police car.
So you've just passed the hospital, and where does
and that doesn't put me in a position to. Can I see the third police car?
you cannot?
You're about 8 squares off being able to see it, maybe
So-
6.
Using the camera there, you can see you're at the top of the hospital, and it's on the side here.
So that's you. And so there's 7 squares before you've got any line of sight for the police car.
Yeah, that's right then. And you said that this was, is this the road that's got the gun emplacements along the buildings?
No,
No.
so if you take this road up here and then go along that way, the gun emplacements is next to the police station.
So you're there.
Okay, yeah.
This is 4th Street, this is Elm,
Yeah.
and there's the guns. My
Yeah.
plan is to kind of maybe go that way and try and go off that way, or come and park in here, depending on whether that provides cover.
Okay, now my intent will be to actually I'll use an action, and since I just did a single manoeuvre to get that far, I'll use an action to again shoot a pistol,
Yep.
and then my intent next turn will be turning left again to head back down that in the way. So with the intent that hey, yes, I might be able to go to the police. Unless I see the police car drive past in front of me, in which case I'll turn and try and chase the police car and overtake it.
Okay, so you regain 1 strain yourself.
Cool. I'm on 0 strain.
Okay, so Ariadna, which way do you want your car to go? He's currently moving 5 squares, unless it accelerates, in which case it can go up to 10.
I would like it to accelerate up to 10.
So yes, it is pulling away from them. Okay. Then we have the police going.
Now I want to read the rest of these. I've seen McDougal's and I've seen Dewey, Cheatham and Howe. All the rest of them seem to be Midville Savings and Loans. Everything else is kind of nondescript.
So Jeremy, you do see the police car go zooming past where you are with its lights flashing.
Okay. Approximately how fast is it going?
Probably, it's moving at least 20 squares.
At least 20 squares? Okay.
Jeez, I'm surprised my car doesn't go
sorry,
faster.
Mum. I need to head off to bed.
All good, Josh.
Good.
Go,
I've got an early start tomorrow.
go sleep. Thank you for joining. Flogger eats
Okay,
ice cream
bye.
and he's happy. Okay, so Jeremy, how do you get their attention?
Can you slide the map down like so that I can see effectively where that police car just went past? Okay, yep. And so So there's a. So how many squares is it? If I took a right at the immediate, like to chase the police car, how many squares have I got to work with before it's next turn?
Okay, it is 13 squares in front of you, and basically the block is about 20 squares long.
Okay.
You could quite easily get up alongside it with your 13.
I don't necessarily want to get up alongside it, but what I will
I was going
do
to say,
is...
did you want to kind of do an arc and kind of get its attention and then go off in that direction? So, if you're here, you kind of come and get their attention and then go that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if it's better than what you're planning. It's just...
I was planning on going straight, effectively coming up and doing the same sort of thing, but continuing on straight past it, so it was easier for it to chase me. But
yeah, you could do that too.
You do risk it ramming you?
Yeah, well that's the thing. This way you force it to turn around.
Because you do know the police aren't required to bring you in alive when they actually are in a police chase.
That's right. And in fact, yes, on a motorcycle, I'm in a much worse off position when it comes to a collision.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so I was thinking I could actually. I'll do that. But I'll go for being up close to the police car, giving it a nice, probably dangerous driving action to effectively get try and sort of swipe the police car.
So you could do the equivalent of coming like that and shoot at it as you go past.
Or shoot
Well, I wouldn't like that for shooting at the same time, so that'd be two actions there, wouldn't it, if I did the dangerous driving action and the shoot action?
If you just do it as a maneuver, you can then shoot at it.
Okay. Because of course I've got space to move, so I can actually go around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You don't have a crowded road to go through because the DM has not put NPC cars on the road.
Well, he has, but they're all at the other end.
In that case, then, yeah, it'll be a piloting manoeuvre, whatever the driving manoeuvre. You go near the police car, take a pot shots into the rear window, and then move back down, move off. So that gets me. I've got 24. I'm going at the moment. I will allow the two strain and do the acceleration manoeuvre as well to go up to 30 down that road. Do I have a maximum speed? Where's my maximum speed?
Your maximum speed should be 6 times 6.
36? Okay.
So add another 6 on top of that one. So that would be 42 would be your maximum speed.
Oh, okay. So it's 6 times 6 on top of your basic, you mean?
Yep.
Yep, okay. So, yeah, I will take the 2 strain on the bike, 2 strain on me, do the shoot action at the window again, aiming to hit the back window of the vehicle, not deliberately trying to hit anyone inside, but hey, it's collateral damage, what a shame. But, and then he'll be moving at 30, off down the, or finishing off his move, down the, back the way we'd come. Or like
I have a feeling you actually managed to take out the vehicle.
What's that?
I think you actually managed to take out the vehicle with a pistol.
Well, that'll impress your ancients.
Because they don't actually have any armor on them.
It's probably a good idea saying, right? I could have gone for the tyres rather than the window, so...
Yeah, just take them out.
Just looking at the...
Well, I can see it's a big book with Genesys on it, so I'm guessing it's full of rules.
It is the... just looking at the... comparing things. Because there's a specific thing about when you're using different scales against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm going to basically give it a percentile roll because you exceeded its armor.
You looking for your percentile dice?
Yep.
How fast was that car going at that moment in time?
It was going 20 squares.
Oh, okay, so it hadn't slowed down too much to try and pull over.
It did a dangerous driving to spin, which means it didn't have to slow down too much.
Fair enough.
Okay, so again, have to go back to where I was because that's the critical hit for people, not vehicles.
Hopefully I didn't hit you people. I don't want to kill anyone if I can avoid it. Especially not me.
I was going to say primarily yourself, but yes. You got to lay low for so much longer when you actually kill cocks. At least you don't look yourself.
Critical hit results. I got a 78. You did. You basically. Okay, so you shoot out its brakes.
Interesting,
Oh.
but effective.
So they can't slow down.
You're going to go right into that liquor store.
Well, they can steer, but, well, technically they're about to crash if they can't stop in a certain amount of time.
Well, but if they, is it a manual or automatic? They could still they could still try and force a gear, like a force gear change downwards, so therefore your maximum speed decreases significantly.
That would be true, except most of them are electric cars.
Let's hope that the crash doesn't kill anyone.
Okay.
Well, the other one, of course, is they can potentially call back the call to home base and activate the kill switch on the vehicle to actually kill the engine.
No, that's true.
Okay, so that was a fairly effective way of disabling that vehicle.
Yep. And obviously, from that space, I've then moved on however many squares, takes me up to 30 total.
So around the corner from the other guys.
Cool.
Okay, so Ariadna, you're...
Are we going around the corner, turning
this
left?
way? Or going off the map?
Yes, because I don't want to come anywhere near these turrets.
You can duck up though.
Yeah, okay, I'll head towards this car park. Oh, or, to this street.
Hey, off the map's a good place to go. They can't chase you there.
Yeah, well... I figured since Martin suggested that he wanted me to stay on the map that I'd make his life a little bit easier.
Are you saying you don't have all-terrain tyres on your car to finish off map?
Yeah. And he's gone to the trouble of getting this map out. We might as well use this half of it.
Fair enough. Well, hopefully you guys shouldn't be chased anymore anyway. So.
No.
Okay.
But, there's a book and game store and a video arcade up here, plus a bar none bar. So I reckon if we park here, we can just lose ourselves in the book and the video store. Finish up at the bar.
Okay then.
Okay, so this one manages to come to a stop here, hitting the side of the building, with a lot of scraping along the front of it.
Nice.
This one does the spin around here.
Oh, you've got them on your tail again.
So they seem to be both chasing the motorcycle.
Yep. That's what we want.
So, what do you want to do next, Jeremy?
I will move straight off down the nice long stretch of roadway, accelerate another 6, so I'm now going at 36.
Okay, so that has you all the way down there.
And do my action of repair, what's damage control.
Have you got any strain on there at the moment?
I've got 2 strain at the moment.
Okay.
Because we did the double action
Yep.
on the last one. So.
Okay, so that is not that difficult a roll for you. Okay, so you recover up to 4 strain from your vehicle.
Marvellous. It's back down to 0 again. And we're moving at 36, so I should be starting to get beyond the maximum speed of the cars, I would think. Well, as a mechanic, do I have a confident idea of what the maximum speed on these cars is going to be?
Okay, so most of them should be about 30.
Yep.
Because their acceleration is what they can normally do. So it can go 5, and it can go 5 times that. So
Yep.
25. So 30 is the maximum the cars can get to, but they then start having handling problems when they start trying to do sharp turns. So
Yep,
every multiple of your speed is a -1 to your handling on a sharp turn or dangerous driving.
Yep. That's right. So I'm happy then if I'm going at 36, then I can keep them thinking they might catch me, even though I keep trying to just pull away a little bit each time without necessarily having to accelerate further. But if I need to, I can slow down and let them catch up.
Okay, so does Shadowstar head up 3rd Street?
Yes, if that's 3rd Street, yes.
Okay.
Might aim to actually park around here, out of sight of police.
Okay, so the police go. Apparently they're happy to cut the corner.
Mm-hmm. One of their cars has been downed. I'd be happy to cut the corner too.
Well, they do have lights flashing. You do think that they probably were intending to chase Shadowstar, but because you were actually taking out one of their vehicles.
I figured I'd gain your attention.
So usually you took out vehicle number 2, so 1 and 3 are still chasing you.
Wonder why they decided to chase my car instead of the motorbike with the guy firing the gun.
Well, they sent 1 person after the guy with the gun and sent 2 after the stolen item from the high priority client.
Oh, so how did they know it was a stolen item was in the car though?
Right, next is it. Shadowstar doesn't know about the tracker on it yet, but...
Yeah, that's true. Do you think you might need to tell me at some point?
Well, because Declan assumed it was a tracker that the ancients were using to keep track of my test.
They turned
He
back
didn't
up
think
on my dude.
he didn't think they'd give the tracker to the cops as well.
My car wouldn't be able to detect the tracker, would it?
Possibly not.
Okay.
But
My
in terms
car's
of
fairly
something
smart sometimes.
Declan's going to try and send a message, like a radio call through to the others to say, and or SoCal, and say, hey, can we keep track of the police signals just to find out whether they're bringing any other reinforcements into this chase or what the situation might be?
Okay, you do get some notification from SoCal that they've called in Airwatch.
Oh, great. Yep.
Because someone took out one of their police cars.
No more information than that?
That's all he's picked up on the scanners.
Okay.
And hey, I wasn't expecting it to be any more than that.
Oh no, they might have talked about a tracking beacon in one of the cars. So.
He expects it wouldn't be more than 2 minutes away.
Yeah.
So if you lose them now, you'd probably manage to get away from them.
Yep.
Well, I mean, technically he's done. Technically he's done his 3 blocks. It's all been the same block.
Yeah. You have.
You have it. Yeah, and if you zoom down the drag, you'd probably get away from them.
I think you should zoom
that's
down.
the thought process. So, so he'll become 36.
You can accelerate up to 42.
Go for it.
He'll go one more round at 36 to let the cars continue to make them think they might be able to chase him or catch him, or at least keep him in sight long enough for the airwatch to come through. And then next round will be intent to going up to 42 and getting out of sight.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're zooming up this way?
Yeah, straight ahead. So, because certainly Desmond's now on the idea of, okay, mental map of Seattle, where he's going to be, where his overall escape plan's going to be, in what directions and things like that. So, he's got no strain on the vehicle, no strain on.
The character goes around the corner and hides.
With that about there.
Yep. Well, that does put it out of sight of everyone. Okay, so. So you see the two police come around the corner.
Oh.
Technically, you'd have to come out. You can't cut that corner. There's a bridge in the way.
Yeah.
It would definitely be a
Inconvenient.
traffic stopped at this point. Okay, so yes, you see both of them come flashing around behind you.
Okay.
And you get a notification on your phone saying achievement unlocked.
So he'll accelerate to 42 and keep going straight down the road. But okay, if there's a turn off that he can take off part road, he'll go for it. But yeah, basically his intent will be getting out of sight of police cars and then manoeuvring enough, starting to slow down, get avoid line of traffic, take underpasses or that sort of bits and pieces to get away from air surveillance. So.
Yep. Sounds like you've done a good job.
Okay, so with you zooming off like that, there's very little chance for them to actually catch you. Because they don't have that high performance vehicle. They could overtake most vehicles at 5, but a speed 6 vehicle is just that much harder for them to catch.
Motorcycles are designed to be more manoeuvrable.
Easy to hide.
Most motorcycles go at speed 4. So the racing bike goes up to speed 6. So it has that kick on it, whereas most cars do between 3 and 4. So motorcycles can take off better than cars. So yes, you managed to get away and get a congratulations from the ancients at the time. Flogger has a new ice cream alcohol that he's trialing. And Bolt got to have a car chase with the window down.
Yep. Woohoo! Well, I've just taken you all in for video games at the video arcade, so...
And then free games. So Bolt gets to chase balls around a video arcade for a while.
Yeah. It's perfect, really.
As Declan started to go zooming off and nicely out of line, he'll remember that send a message to SoCal and particularly also through the Shadow Star saying, just be aware that the ancients are tracking the register. So.
I might go and retrieve that tracker then.
Okay, looking at the tracker, you see it burnt out after a few rounds of being active.
Okay,
it was basically designed to advertise where you are to everyone for a short amount of time.
Toss it in the bin and get back to playing video games.
And so yes, you have successfully done your second trial for the ancients.
Woohoo!
So that makes me what, deputy leader now?
Absolutely. Second in charge.
Okay, two I see.
Well, it does mean you might actually get an invite to their next event. And you get to show up wearing green.
How does he know that though?
He'll get told.
Okay, well, thanks very much, guys, but I've got to call it a night there, if nothing else.
All good. Thank you for joining and playing for so long.
Yep.
Absolutely. No, it was great fun. Thank you.
The races unfortunately take a little bit longer. We've learnt.
Well, I mean, but of course, part of the process was learning the understanding the vehicle rules type stuff. So,
I didn't mean that in a negative way.
As a character who's, he's planning on being effectively the rigger, understanding the vehicle chase rules is pretty important for him.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean it in that way. I'm just like, it does take a little bit of time. It's not that it's not unenjoyable. It's quite funny, especially when you've got Flogger and Bolt chasing cars and going after ice cream.
Okay, so it's all good. But thanks very much, everyone.
We'll say good night, and we'll see you next time. And Jeremy, no game on Friday. We're going to do board games instead.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are away for Easter.
Yep, not surprisingly. So, okay, board games certainly sound like a good option.
Paul's gonna.
I'm gonna head off. I won't stay on.
Yep.
All good.
But thanks for the game. It was fun, and we'll see you next Friday then.
Yep.
Enjoy your trip away.
Good night, all.
Good night.
See you.